overlay. There we go. I think we're on the right one now. Hi, everybody. I almost sent you guys to Pokemon. How is it going? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Clam Club Nights. There's the sign. It's right there. How's it going? I'm really excited to show this to you guys. I'm so excited. Like, already, I want to point things out to you that you can see. Look at this glow. Look at the glowiness of this world. And my glow in this world, it's so pretty. Yeah, the shaders in this world are really nice. Like, if you haven't been to this world, the water is incredible. Wait until I show you guys. It's so pretty. Your Ayin sheet should be finished in the week. Heck yeah. Yeah, 3D sync. I figured it was appropriate. I mean, I want to use the 3D sync in general. You know, it's actually funny. I was thinking about using 3D sync on stream as like my VTuber a little bit for the next little bit, because I feel like people, you know, throw it back for a little bit. But yeah, welcome to the night mode. There's a lot to show you guys. Maybe not as much as when the world was brand new, but I'm really excited to show you guys everything. You can already see a little bit of the stars over there. You can see that it's kind of dark a little bit here. You can see my glow. You can see the stairs getting all glowy. Inside is nice and glowy up there. Oh, I've had my own world for a while. If you haven't heard of it before, we have the Clam Club. The Clam Club Daytime was already released a few months ago, and this is just the night mode actually that we just launched today. So you can choose either now, actually. One is in labs, so the night mode is still, it's a separate map. Yeah, it has been a few months. Yeah, I launched it in January. There's two versions of the maps. Two. Two versions of the maps. One is the daytime mode, which has like the sun over there behind that island that you guys can't see yet. And then this version that has the night mode. You can search both on VR chat by typing the Clam Club. For this version though, it's in labs still. Hopefully it'll get out of labs in a few days. Once it's out of labs, you'll be able to find it on the standard list. But for now, it's in the labs list. Yeah, I'm really excited for everybody to experience it too. Yeah, I have the glow-in-the-dark paws. These paws. The whiskers. My eyes glow. People sometimes don't know that my eyes do this. The stream is flipped. The stream is flipped. Actually, I could flip it back. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Hang on. Because the audio is not going to be backwards because I don't have anybody in here today. Can't close. Transform. It's not going to let me do that for some... Oh, it's locked. Don't be ridiculous. Transform. Flip horizontal. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, now it's the right way. Well, we don't have mono audio. We don't have anybody else in the world anyway, so the audio really doesn't matter today. So it doesn't really freaking matter. Nobody else is here to bother us or change the audio levels, so like it's not going to matter what ear you hear anything out of. Is there a Google form to request a cuddle buddy for the movement tonight? It's a good question. I feel like most people just paired off into cuddle piles last time. You could also make the audio mono. If I did that, I'd have to do it for everything, I think. I don't really know how to do that anyway. It sure be a one. I woke up at 1 p.m. day. It's still 10 here. 11? It's 11 here. But yeah, we are doing movie tonight at this world, which is going to be really good. Somebody wants a blep. Hang on. Let me try to remember how to do a blep. I don't know if my tongue's like accurate. I haven't updated this model for the dynamic bones, but hey, there's my blep. Nah. What happened to the audio? The audio should be fine. But in previous streams when I was launching the Clam Club, I had a bunch of people here, and so the problem is that we had somebody would be to my right, but the stream's left because it's mirrored. It's weird. I don't know. Like, and so somebody would be talking over here to me and it would come out of my left speaker, but to you guys, it would seem like that should be on the right. So it's just a little weird. If you weren't sick, you'd love to hang out in VR chat and watch a movie. Well, everybody in the Discord is invited. You're happy to come. We're also doing the movie in the Discord. Oh, the heck? I like shifted dimensions for a second there. I like interpolated some random frames. That was weird. But yeah, the movie night, I haven't, it is announced on the Discord, but it is a Discord event. Where does this music go? Music? Where music? Okay, music's back. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys around the place. Do you guys want to check out the place before we do anything? I wasn't sure if we should wait for a little bit. Ooh.
It's been a year now since I first started watching, and look forward to being around for many more.
Aw.
Thanks for being awesome. Sinkot love.
Thank you, Rashak. Thank you for 12. 1 whole year. 1 whole year at Tier 3 in the Clam Club VIP Lounge. Welcome back to the Clam Club VIP Lounge, where the Wi-Fi is always clean. Thank you so much for being part of our community, Rashak, and thank you for taking care of our resident mod. Unfortunately, the last time the video was buffering a lot for me on VR chat. That video? Oh, the movie. I'm not sure how to fix that. I don't know if it's a quest thing. I will say, in this version, we have done a little bit of quest optimization, so there should be some fixes enabled. I don't know if it's going to make it perfect for quest users as far as like the video feed goes, but I'll do our best, you know. I think it's been a minute on the blep. You may or may not be able to watch the movie night tonight. Depends when you get home, done your job. That's fair. Yeah, totally fine. But yeah, if you're not part of the Discord or you're new here, there is the Discord server, !Discord. We are hosting a movie night tonight. We're going to be watching a movie that you can find out about in the Discord. I'm not going to like advertise it on Twitch, but you'll find out there. But yeah, we do movie community nights. We'll just do community hangout nights here in VR sometimes. We'll do some other stuff. There's game nights and stuff like that. The community is really, really great. Anybody can attest for that. What time is the movie? It's 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. That's when I get back from hockey. My fifth hockey game in 2 days. It is crazy. But yeah, I want to show you guys more of the neon at some point here. I just wanted to like give it a few minutes let people get into the world before I show you around too much, or into the stream, I guess is what I mean to say. What I will say right off the top, it's really important if you guys are in VR or VR chat space, if you go to Twitter, my Twitter, find the link for the world and share it with your friends. Tell your friends to come here, favorite the world, just visit it, do whatever you can in that regard, because what that does is it'll help us get the world out of labs and make it more discoverable faster. So bring your friends here, tell them favorite it, show them the link, spread the tweet, do whatever you can to get as much attention on the world as possible, because it's important to get it out of labs. That's the important thing. Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, but like for real though. Yo, Toxic Butterfox, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for coming on by. Welcome. Okay, what do you guys want to see first? Do you guys want to see the inside? Do you want to see the pool? Do you want to see the stars over there, like on the island? What would you guys want to see first? There's so much to see. It's mostly the sky, obviously, so I'll show you guys the outside. But for those of you who haven't seen the world, I'll show you around the rest of the place too. But as much as you can, like I said, try to push the world, try to send it to people, try to get it out there, you know? It's so pretty though. I can't wait to show you guys. The sky map here, you guys can't see it yet, but the sky map is actually a NASA star map. So the actual map here of the sky is an actual image of the real world universe. So when you look at it, you can actually find like real world constellations and like different planets and the galactic plane. You can see the Milky Way over here. It's really pretty. Just point the camera up. I will, but not yet. You're not ready for it. That's the big reveal. Yo, Odell, I'll shout you out for your sub anniversary on Tuesday when we stream. The pool? Okay, we could go to the pool. Hang on. Yeah. We'll sneak our way over to the pool. The pool's back there. Do you guys see the string lights? It's so exciting. Just MLM the world to everybody you know. That's what I want. Yeah, hang on. Oh, have you guys seen my glowies my glowy back in the dark? Look at this. It's so glowy. But yeah, the pool's so chill. Look at this vibe with the string lights and stuff. These string lights are some of my favorite parts in the night mode. It's so pretty. And then if you guys notice, the pool's got like a glow to it. Over here, they've got these lights on the edge here. It's really pretty. Yeah, the night world here is like gorgeous. You can see over there, the house is all lit up too. It's got like the underglow on all the awnings and stuff. And then if you come over here, You can see the pool and all the string lights and stuff, and then you can see the neon sign on the back. It's really pretty. The hot tub's all lit up over there. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I'm really excited to have you guys all here. All the glows are all emissive, and if you guys come over here to see the torch lights, look at this. All the tiki torches cast like a light on the deck too. It's so pretty. You Love Empire, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swinging on by. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Like, there's so much that I love about this. The night mode, I honestly can't tell if I like the night mode or the day mode better. I'm a big fan of things that glow, obviously, like my eyes and my whiskers and my back and my bow tie and my paws and everything. But, like, I don't know, the daytime's such a chill vibe, but this is like a different vibe. It's really nice. You gonna do a lurk? All right, happy lurking, Catsby. Try to be there tonight. I would love it for everybody to be here. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit where, just over there, where we're going to actually watch the movie today, because the last movie night, we watched it downstairs in the basement where, like, the home theater system is, and that's a nice place to watch a movie, but I think in the nighttime mode, we really want to be under the stars. You guys can see the stars up over here now a little bit more. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, there's so many too. So it's like we're in a dark sky park, and like everything is so dark. And then like the lights, like the stars are just lighting up everything. It's so pretty. If you ever become a streamer, you'll build your own place. It's one of my favorite things that I think I've ever done, to be honest. Just like the ability to have like my home here, and it feels so much like home. I've had other people in the community tell me that like this feels like their home now too, which is really, really cool. I'm happy for that. That's like one of my favorite things that I could have accomplished, you know? But yeah, the stars up here are really pretty. I feel like we're gonna have to do a couple tours here as people filter in and out of the stream. The stars are super pretty. I love like the lighting over here, and the string lights make it so cozy over top of the pool. Like, I feel like this is gonna change where people hang out in the world, because the inside is really nice, but like there's like just different vibes to where everything is in the world now. It's so peaceful and calm with all the lights down dark. It's so nice. You literally said it as your home world? Aww. It's my home world too, obviously, but it's literally my house. So yeah, I'm really happy it's there. Fox the Otter, thank you so much. Yeah, I think it looks really nice too. I'm really happy with it. I'm excited to see people in the world again. I mean, people have been using the world a lot, but I'm excited to like see people in this version of the world too. And we're not stopping here either. This is the current update of the world. There's some other stuff that we've updated inside the house as well. I feel like my headset keeps like randomly interpolating frames, and it's throwing me off. Hopefully it doesn't show up on the stream. There's more stuff that we've updated in the house, but there's also more stuff happening in the future that we're going to be working on. Me and the artist are already talking about DLC on this world, so we're adding some like more things you can interact with, maybe some new areas and whatnot. I don't think we want to change too much about like where people stand or anything like that, but we might add some like different features to the world still. There's like we're planning to do like a walk around like brainstorming thing to see what we want to change and what we want to add to the world, like coming up. And then we're gonna add new model stuff. I don't want to spoil it all. I want to keep it all like a little bit like of a surprise, like this. Like I teased this for a bit. I always mentioned there was gonna be a night mode of this map, but the stuff that I'm coming up later is a little different. One of DLC is a funny use to word. It's not. Well, I mean, like, it's DLC in that content. It's add-on content. It's like updates or whatever. But it's just sort of like a, you know, I paid for the content, so it gets added onto the world kind of thing is what I mean. But like one of the things I've talked about that I think would be really cool is having some sort of a concert venue here, and then potentially organizing like a charity concert or something, or even just hosting my friends and like bringing like having like a concert that we like stream, and we can bring people into the world to watch. So like we can bring them out over to the water, and there would be like a stage out on the water that people can like watch them do their stuff. It would be really cool. What if there was an in-map option to switch between day and night, so there's only one map? We wanted to do that, but there was a problem with the ability to do that, right? Because the lighting maps really change for day versus night. We wanted to originally do that. We originally had an idea where there was like a sun stick, basically, and you could take the sun and you could move it to wherever you wanted, which was a really cool feature. But it changed the way that the lighting worked, and it made it honestly look less pretty. So everything just looked a little bit off. Like, so for example, downstairs, the sun would always be on downstairs, regardless of if it was like up here or down there, if the sun was like set or up. And then it changed like the lighting of everything in the world. So we opted to do this different version where we would say, hey, you know what? There's a night map now, and it would have different lights, different features and stuff like that. Just sort of to make it possible, to make it look as good as possible, basically. It's resource intensive, and the problem was that dynamic lighting doesn't work super nice with baked in lighting. Everything you see here is baked in lighting, so the lighting splashes in specific ways, and it's built into like the textures of where everything goes, right? But when we did dynamic lighting, it interfered with this, and it's hard to make the two mesh together. If there's ever a chance in the future where somebody figures out how to mesh dynamic lighting and paint baked in lighting like this, then we might do that and merge it into one map, yeah? The night version is public. You can find it, but you have to go onto your settings in your game. It's in your settings map. I can't really show it. Oh, I burped. I can't really show it to you on here because it's in streamer mode, so I can't show you the settings. But if you go to your settings here, there is an option in here that shows community labs in the bottom middle of your settings. And if you click on that, show community labs, it will show the world. If you can't find it, there's also the option to go to my Twitter, twitter.com/syncotter. If you go to the link or go to the tweet that I just tweeted out today, in the second reply to that, I posted a link to the world. So you can click on that and then create a world from that. Yeah. Yeah, RTX Clam Club. Exactly. But yeah, it would take up more memory. It would take up more world. This world in the night mode is already like 20 megabytes bigger than like the original map. Like the original map was like 50 megabytes. This is going to be a little more resource intensive, I think, just because there's a lot of like reflective lighting and stuff like that out there. So it's a little different, but yeah, just got to wait for the future when everything's ray traced. I mean, if VR chat could get ray tracing or RTX, that would be really cool. Obviously, that would fix a lot of our problems. But we're not quite there yet. The technology's not there. It's running on older graphics, Unity graphics renderer, and there are a lot of issues updating it, much to my chagrin. So I wouldn't count on any issues getting resolved anytime soon. Yeah, they seem to switch to the newest version of Unity like 3 years behind. So the current graphics chipset for VR chat, for those of you who don't know, is from 2019, and they just updated that from like the 2018 version. It takes forever. You're terrified of what a Quest with RTX would look like? Well, the goal... This isn't very chill hoppy. The goal, of course, for all of like our VR chat stuff, or for VR in general, is to make it like really optimized. I think that's like part of the point of doing ray tracing, is to make it like easier to render, right? That's the point, right? Because then you're not rendering the polygons, you're rendering the reflections, which is different, right? Hi, Tenkoth, welcome in. Also, Pentacus, welcome. The issue is that they updated the version of Unity, but they didn't switch to the new renderer because the old stuff would stop working. That, I didn't know, actually. That is a big pain in the butt. But yeah, what was the original map? The original map is just this map, but in the daytime, basically. There are updates. We've updated, and they're updated in both the daytime map and the nighttime map. So you might have noticed, for example, that the sign now, maybe you don't look that close. I do, because it's my house. But you might have noticed that the sign out front has like rounded edges now instead of like a big square board. So that was updated. We did some patches to some of the stuff that was unoptimized on Quest, so we've optimized some stuff. We've changed the photos inside around a little bit and added some new photos. We've changed a couple of the shaders and stuff, so it's pretty good. You want to go the other way and get those super sharp N64 polygons? You could up-render an N64 emulator. Ray tracing has higher fidelity, not higher performance, considering they needed an entirely new GPU architecture to do that kind of light rendering. Well, yes, but I think at some point that will allow us to do higher capacity rendering on lower computing power, or we'll just get computing power that is like smaller form factor so that we could put it in a headset easier, I guess, maybe. I'm not sure. Obviously, I think the future of VR is probably not on the PC anyway. I think it's probably on things like the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. You know what I mean? Because I think... Yeah, I think PlayStation's announcing their new VR and stuff like that. I think that's the future, because then people can get into that space for like $500, right? If you can get VR PlayStation 500, PS5 for $500, and then the headset for like another three something. That's like $800 versus like if you get PC or like a Quest is obviously cheaper, but a PC to run games is like really expensive, especially with video cards being so expensive. You're surprised there wasn't a resurgent with SLI with VR rendering. I think isn't SLI like super buggy or something? I don't know. In practice, Sony and Microsoft are dropping the ball. I think they're just not ready for it yet. Honestly, I think what they should do is sort of what Steam did, which is they should like create a game, like a real game that they want to push along with their hardware to sell their hardware, which is what they used to do back in the day. Like that's the reason why there were launch games. Like you would buy a Super Nintendo and it would come with Super Mario, right? You bought that game to come with it to like sell the hardware, right? I'm a little surprised they don't do that more often these days, but I think it would be best for Microsoft or Sony to like go out there and be like, hey, let's make a VR AAA game and then sell it with our VR package. That would make a lot of sense. SLI is only available on the 3090. Wow, they've really changed that. There was a time where video card manufacturers said, like, for example, AMD, I think, they had a system where you could literally put any two video cards together and it would render them together. Like, it didn't matter. You could get, like, an R9 280 or, like, a freaking, like, R9 270 or something like that, and they would actually function. Yeah, exactly. That's what Valve did with Alex. And I'm surprised that the other makers aren't doing the same thing. Yeah. I gotta scratch my freaking cheek. Eh. My face is so dry because of all the hockey games. Yeah, they like to do that eventually, like a decade. All consumer hardware will have dedicated ray tracing cores, and at a point that's basically free. If you don't use it, you're not saving anything. Yeah, exactly. That's, I think, the goal is like to make it so that ray tracing is all of our rendering, not just part of it, or like to limited to only people with a 3090, for example. 3DFX was doing that decades earlier. I know 3DFX weren't they purchased by Nvidia? I think so. But like they were so ahead of their times. It's crazy. Two 970s were cheaper and performed better than a 980. Yeah, there used to be a time when that was the case. SLI is just like, and all the dual video card stuff has really fallen off. The only reason I would probably get two video cards these days is to have like a second video card just to dedicate running certain monitors. Because at the moment, Windows won't let you have more than 4 monitors, and a VR headset counts as 2. So I have 3 monitors on my computer, right? And so if I plug in my VR headset, Windows goes like, no, you can't do this. That's not allowed. And so I have to restart my computer, disconnect my my one monitor, then restart, plug in my headset, and then it will let me play VR.
Syncot love, Syncot love, Syncot love.
No, my headset counts as 2 monitors because Vive is special. Well, listen, I'm saying my headset counts as 2 monitors. To be fair, these are like 5K monitors, so it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Alika Pitt, thank you for 8 freaking months of the Clam Club VIP Lounge. Welcome back to the Clam Club VIP Lounge where the Wi-Fi is always clean. Thank you so much. If I want 8 monitors, I should be able to have them. That's what I'm saying. Especially if I'm just using them to render like Windows desktops. It's not like I'm trying to render like, 8 copies of freaking VR chat. And listen here, Microsoft, who are you to tell me how many monitors I'm allowed to have? Ray tracing test in the 1970s? I'm sure they've been working on it forever. But yeah, I don't know. Something about like the way that Vive works is that like they're like, yeah, this is 2 monitors, so like you can't. Windows like has a conniption about it. It's so stupid. You have 6 monitors spread across 3 computers. See, that's the only way I could do it. Like I know a lot of streamers have a second computer to render their render stuff. Honestly, like I've kind of figured it out where I don't need that because I just have like a beefcake computer, so it's not too bad. How's a wonderful otter day? Very sore. Like I said, I've played 4 hockey games already in one day, like within a 24-hour period, and I'm playing a 5th hockey game in like 2.5 hours, 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours. So I'm very sore. So we're gonna do this stream, then I'm gonna go play hockey, and then I'm gonna come home, and then we're gonna do movie night in the Discord and in VR chat. It's gonna be crazy. Can it run Crysis? I sure hope so, because I'm pretty sure this is the best computer money can buy. Maybe not the best, but it's up there. Because isn't there a 3090 Ti now? I don't know. Because I have a 3090, so it's like, you know, it doesn't get much better than this at this point. Yo, you want to play rock, paper, scissors? It's been a hot minute since we did this on stream. Yandere, are you ready? Do you want to play? You ready to play? I just highlighted. Oh, hang on. Wasn't that canceled? It would not surprise me. I think they just can't even manufacture chips. Are you ready to play, Yandere? Are you ready? You gotta tell me you're ready, and then we go. We haven't updated the rock, paper, scissors count in a long time. I guess I'm not really playing VR games that much. Well, actually, no, I am. It's just everybody, I think, forgot that it existed. I'm letting you know I'll go paper? Okay. Are you ready? Rock, paper, scissors. I also went paper. This is the mind game you're playing with me. I went paper. Oh, frick. You got me. I got out mind gamed. But yeah, I will say, like, my 3090 is freaking enormous too. I got the stock 3090 with the stock cooler, and it's like 18 inches long. It's crazy. I have a quote about this, actually. There's a quote. When I first got it, people had a... I talked about it on stream. I talked about it on stream, and I had a quote in my quote system about it. But yeah. So yeah, this is the pool area. Yeah, it's 8. literally quote. Do exclamation mark quote 3090. It's one of my favorite quotes. But yeah, this is the pool area. Do you guys want to see over where we're going to be doing movie night this weekend or tonight? Oh no, it's not there. Oh no, quote video card. I think it's quote video card. It got clipped, not quoted? How did it not get quoted? Is it just a clip? Yeah, that's it. It's not the full quote. I believe the full quote is, I like my video cards like I like my men, 18 inches long and triple thick. Triple wide, 18 inches long. Something like that. There's a clip about it. It's great. But yeah, you guys want to see where we're doing our movie night? It's over here. Not at the hot tub, although you could probably watch the movie from the hot tub. Oh, I'm in the water. Confirmed, you could totally watch the movie from the hot tub. Totally possible. But this right here is where we're going to be watching the movie under the stars. I can't reference my own jokes. Why not? Why am I not allowed to reference my own jokes? You were just trying to say ray tracing has been around since the 1970s. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's like something that I'm sure that people have been trying to do for a while. It's less funny. Listen, some people haven't seen the joke yet. I only have there's only so many jokes, okay? I can only manufacture so many of these jokes before they go away. I can only be funny for so many years, and then at some point people are going to be like, Sync, you've already told every joke that ever existed. Hey, Lil Chew. Hi, how's it going? But yeah, this is where we're going to be watching the movie. Right here in this outdoor amphitheater. There's like the screen over there. There's a cute little cozy fire right there. We've got the string lights. There's a pool table back there if people want to play pool. It's going to be very cozy. We got all these seats for people to cuddle up on. Lots of seats. And people can sit up over there. They can sit up on the roof if they want to. It'll be really nice. You can actually get up on the roof if people don't know that. You haven't laughed? Yeah, I know. I'm not funny anymore. I'm sorry. I ran out of jokes last year when I got partner. I used all my jokes to get partner. Can I tell you a joke? See, the problem is that I don't do like stand-up comedy jokes. I just talk about stuff and then I point out situations that are funny. I don't know. I wish Webster was here. Webster's way funnier than me. But yeah, I'm really excited to bring people out to this fire pit and whatnot. It's going to be really, really nice. There's the volleyball court over there still. Yeah, it's mostly a situational humor thing. The game is, I have you guys in chat, you guys say funny things, and then I steal your jokes and put them on stream, and then I take all the credit for them. That's the game. That's why you guys are here. You are the humor farm, and then I take your jokes and become content, and then I become very famous, and it's very good, yes. Suing for royalties? See, that's the thing, is when you joined the Clam Club, you signed a waiver that said all your jokes are my jokes now. Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship. I'm just here to reflect your humor back on you. That's the game. That's the game. You can see the stars up here. Do you guys want to see the star map? Hang on. Do you guys want to see the stars? 'Cause it's a star, it's a sky full of stars. I think I loved you. Yeah, I'm stealing all your jokes. All you work for is hugs? Okay, come here, chat. Let me hug you. Let me give you a big hug. Yeah. Big, tight hug. Oh, get my nose right up in there. A little nuzzle. Oh, you got to see my eyeballs a little bit there. Good thing you're not funny. Yeah, so true, so true. Okay, do you guys want to see the stars? Look, the moon is up this way. You guys haven't even seen the moon. You don't like my nose? Or my tongue? Anyway. Check it out. Look at that. The moon's up there. It's not the Majora's Mask moon, although somebody suggested I should do that. I thought that would be pretty funny. But yeah, the moon's up there. All the stars are up in the sky. You can see, if you can probably see, here's the galactic plane. You can actually see the Milky Way all the way down across the sky. So it goes from there all the way over there. And there's this really cute feature where the galactic plane intersects with the island that's out front. It's really pretty. But you can see the moon, all the stars around. This is going to be such a cozy place to visit. See? Look at that galactic plane right there. So pretty. Are you going to be able to see the lunar eclipse tonight? It would be a really fun feature if, like, you could see the moon get eclipsed in the world. That's a little beyond what we're talking about. Although I will say that, like, it is in the plans to add some really cool stuff where, like, random stuff will happen. We didn't add it yet, but we're talking about, like, adding, like, maybe you can be sitting here and randomly, like, a comet might come across the sky, or a shooting star, or maybe you'll see, like, a dolphin out in the water, or, like, but it's just, like, random rare events that don't happen every once. They just, like, they're just rolling, basically, for random chance to happen, which I think would be really cool. Yeah, I got glowing beans. The glowing beans. I got those ones. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kick high enough. The glowing beans. Yeah, shooting star particle effect should be really easy. It just wasn't in the scope of work for when we first made the world. So it's not quite there yet. You see Orion's belt? Yeah, it's right over there. It's funny, I was here with Lysic showing him the world, and I think it was you, Lysic, where I was like, yeah, there's Orion's belt, and there's the Little Dipper, and there's the Big Dipper, and there's Cassiopeia. And Lysic was just like, I don't even know how you can see that. But yeah, you can see this right here. That's Orion's belt. And that's the head of Orion up there. These are his leggies right there and there. And that's the bow right here. Yeah. Yeah, the total eclipse will be cool. I think I think it's at like midnight, so I think we should be able to see it. Yeah, it's the leggies. That's Orion's leggies. His little leggies. And then I think this is Cassiopeia, but I can't remember. Or maybe that's the Little Dipper. Right there. That might be the Little Dipper, actually. Right? Let me look. It's like I'm trying to trace it on stream. But I think I see the Little Dipper, like, right here. Like, yeah, right here. See? Boop, boop. Oh, other way. Boop, boop. Right here. This is the Little Dipper, I think. The Big Dipper's definitely over there. I can see it, like, right there. Here, I'll show you. Right there. That's the Big Dipper. I think I tried to orient the map such that, because I gave Juice the coordinates for, like, an island in Hawaii that we would be using as, like, a proposed place. Technically, the Clam Club isn't on Earth. It's in this world that Leto invented called Tropaz. But he never invented a star map for that world, so we're using Earth star map instead. So whatever. You see a V shape? Yeah. Is it right here? Yeah. in between in here. Are we playing I Spy right now? All this time we've been working towards Twinkie femboy dragons. All of technology come to that point. Cute otters and Twinkie femboy dragons. So true, so true. Big Dipper, but it's not Friday. What? When it's your 175th night in a row staring up at the sky, bored out of your mind, you'll start seeing shapes in the stars too. I think it's just if you spend a lot of time looking up at the stars, you do notice those patterns, especially since a lot of these constellations are made out of the brightest stars in the sky. So what you end up with basically is that those patterns are the ones that you see the most often, and so it's easy to pick them out. You know? Can you have otter juice? That's in the bar over there. You gotta ask that from the bartender. Zeskaru, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by. Welcome. You guys want to see the moon again? Yeah. I think there's another constellation, like, I don't know what it is, like right there or something. Like that or something. I don't know. It's like over there. I don't know what it is, though. Maybe Leo or something. Time to create our own star map. We could do that, too, but I love the idea of this star map for now, too. Evidently, it's alcoholic. Well, it doesn't need to be. You can get any drink as virgin. Hello, welcome on in, Zeskaru. Welcome to the community. Welcome. Constellations are probably useful for remember the positions of stars for navigation. Yeah, but also they're pretty. That's the other thing, is that they're pretty. I'll give you guys, I just want to tilt it down, but give you guys a little bit more star. Let me get virgin whiskey on the rocks. So you want like barrel-aged water on the rocks. South Park joke where they show the Crusades and it looks like a big art piece of the Crusaders, only to reveal that it was made out of only 2 stars. Have you thought about the night sky in this world being a rotating sphere so you can have a 360-degree view over the course of several hours? I can do that. That is an option. That would be kind of cool. That's actually a really neat idea. And I've not thought about it before. Because I don't know. It depends. I have to talk to Juice about how it would work. Because right now, I don't know if you guys can notice this. Right here on the skyline, we have it sort of set up so that this is just like just after sunset, basically. So like the sun is either rising or setting right here. So you can kind of see that it's just like nautical twilight, basically, up here. And I don't know how that would work with our texture packs. I'm not sure. Yeah, the sunset over there would make it a little bit difficult. I could like still rotate the stars, but I'm wondering, I think that sunset texture there is added on extra, so we could still rotate the stars, but it would make it seem like there's a passage of time when there's no passage of time, which would be a little weird. I don't know. Possible, though. It's a neat idea. I like the idea, because have you ever seen those videos where they put a stationary camera on the skyline and then they just like let it film and do a time lapse, and you can literally see how the Earth is rotating and the stars are just like stationary, and it like gives you like vertigo. Those are so cool. Oh, rudder time. Hang on. In order to do rudder time, we can't do it under the stars. Yeah. We got to come back this way. I got to point the camera down. Hang on. Let me change the camera so that I can still look at chat while this is happening. You want the stars to twinkle a bit? That is something we could do. There's already an art gallery area. I don't know if you've seen it. Having continual sunset where the rest of the sky rotates would look neat. I think it would be interesting. This is why you've only become an otter. The tail has also gotten a lot more floaty since Avatar Dynamics. But for example, and I haven't taken you guys into the bar yet, the bar is glowy now. One of the things people talked about, how like they're like, oh, the lighting in the bar is a little weird because of the lighting in there, like it's bluish. But one of the reasons we did that was because at nighttime it's a pretty cool place to hang out. It becomes a lot more of a different vibe, right? Like, because it's nice and glowy, it's pretty cool. You didn't see the tail. This tail? Rudder time is best time. But yeah, there is actually a wall of art here. I haven't updated with all my newer art, but there's some here. Here's a picture by Lurls right there. Speaking of Lurls, this is our current starting soon screen. And then up there is a picture by Paco Panda of me and my friends on a... yeah, the converted tail is a little wiggly. It's definitely there. But yeah, Lurls, there's your art. And then up here is Paco Panda. This is me and my friends on our cruise vacation to the Southern Caribbean islands. We were hanging out with stingrays. Very cool. This is my... right there. That's my icon for my streaming and my Telegram. And then that right there, that's our old starting soon screen by Nova Aries. Very cool. Very good art. So we do have an art wall already, and I'd like to add to this anything that, like, you know, we get done. I don't know how much more art we could slam up here. Like, the wall's a little, you know, certain size. We'll have to see. Did Puck have a good birthday? Yeah, I think Puck had a good birthday. We just kind of hung out and watched the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is a little sad now considering that they lost, but yeah. We also updated the other art in the world. So the photos. So here's a picture of Dead Metal and Tech Dude. Look at this cutie. Who's that? Whoa, who's this one? Could that be Lurls? You just woke up and it's 1 p.m. Yeah, that's a late riser, huh? But yeah, we got Lurls right here looking absolutely adorable and threatening. And we got Lysic here with Tech Dude. And then we've got another Lysic here, Lysic Fox with me. There's me, I'm right there. Lysic does feature in a lot of these, I will say that. But Lysic's in VR a lot, so, you know, it's understandable. This is Fox Paws, one of the other mods with Juice. That's the maker of the world. Hi, Puck. Hi, baby. Love you. There's some more pictures upstairs, too. I'll show you guys in a little bit. I want to show you guys while we're down here. This is like the prettiest part to me. Specifically because like you get this whole view of the stars. But check this out. This is the view over to the water with the island over there. Look at the amount of stars that you see. I'm just going to get out of the way so you guys get a full view. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this all is. And you can see the galactic plane pointing at the island. It's so pretty. Like, this is one of my favorite things. If you, like, look really carefully, and maybe you can see this better when it's actually, like, you're here, but you can see the galactic plane actually pointing, like, all the way down onto the island. It's so pretty. That's not VR, just an actual photo of the stars. I mean, you're literally not wrong, but we are in VR. But yeah, it's the actual star map of the actual Earth. It's based off the coordinates of, like, southern Hawaii or something. I'm not sure though. But yeah, I'm really excited for hangouts here too. We're doing a hangout tonight. We're doing a movie night outdoors at the cool amphitheater over there. Yeah, winning the tournament was a pretty good president, huh, Fuck? But yeah, hi Mikey J. Welcome on in. Welcome. But yeah, this is one of my favorite views. And if you go upstairs, the view up there is like so cozy with all the blankets. Oh my gosh, I can't even express how cute it is. Like that up there, you guys can't see it yet, but I'm looking at a spot in the house. It's like prime cuddle spots for small people. It's a little tight for big people. It's a little tight. You heard me say president? Why would I say president? But yeah, I'm really excited to get everybody to hang out here. It's going to be really cool to see people here tonight for that movie night. It's going to be so much fun. I didn't make this map, Lil Chu. No, I commissioned the map. I'm not that talented. No. I am only so talented such as to bring a community of amazing people together, such that we were able to build this together by community funding, basically. Make me blush. What time is the movie night planned for? I believe it's at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. But yeah, I'm talented. I'm only talented as a scientist, I guess. As a mediocre joke teller, I am pretty okay at building communities, I guess, apparently, because I've built this one. You don't know much of VR, so I don't know if there's a map maker thing. There is, but I am not one of those people. Basically, what happened is I had this idea for the Clam Club. Well, we made the Clam Club last year as a concept, which is basically what I called my followers / subs, right? My subscribers. I keep noticing my tongue keeps poking through my jaw, which is a little weird. But pretty okay. Yeah, say that to 3 couples. I mean, like, we're not matchmaking here. I just think that I think the thing about the Clam Club as a community is that, like, everybody that joins tends to be like pretty friendly people. I want, like, actually, one of the things, if you've seen my intro, one of my favorite songs in it, and my personal favorite song, it's not Lysek's favorite song. I know Lysek's is the first one, but my favorite song is the last song. And I picked that song because I love, like, the sentiment of it. It like, the lyrics are not alone, right? She just says not alone a lot. But, like, that's the vibe I want for this community, is like, hey, when you're here, you're not alone. When you're here, you're among your friends, which sounds like a restaurant ad, but, like, that's the point, right? It's like, for real. It's like, I want people to feel like they don't have to be alone. Like, they're among friends. It's okay. Like, we're here for you. You know what I mean? That's yeah, amongst us. Exactly. Pico, welcome on in. Welcome. But yeah, that's the point. Is it VR for the whole stream? Today's going to be a VR stream. I talked about this yesterday. I will be going back to Pokemon, but my Pokemon file got corrupted. Well, corrupted is a weird way to say it. I screwed up. I was trying to go back and level my Pokemon up off stream because I thought that would be boring, and I accidentally saved. I tried to make a save state before I went in to, like, grind my Pokemon, and, like, my Pokemon's level up. Not, listen, don't take it the wrong way. And then I loaded a save state by accident instead of saving the save state, and loading the save state took me to a save state that I had made like 13 hours ago in the game. So literally I could never replicate the same randomness of the run that I went through the first time. So there was no choice. Like, the run was just dead, unfortunately. You could just use rare candy. Yes, but then I would have to spawn in rare candy instead of just fighting. So it was a little weird. So yeah, I ran into the situation where my save file got screwed up for the Nuzlocke. If I had just exited the game, wouldn't the save file have been the old one? You would think that, but it turns out no. It turns out that actually it changes the state of your ROM, and then the cartridge, the Magic Nintendo cartridge, actually changes to that state. So when I went back to go load the game, it had changed my saved game. And so when I loaded that, it was 13 hours prior in the save. So I lost all my Pokemon, yeah. So I restarted. And we'll talk about this more when I actually play the game. But it'll be next week probably. By the way, Lysek, have a good little bit at the grocery store. I will see you tonight for the cuddle movie night. For the movie cuddles. But yeah, so I started over and I got the characters back up to the level that it was supposed to be. I got to the same point in the game, but the team is gone, unfortunately. So it's a different team now, but I think you guys are going to like the team. I'm not sure you guys are going to believe me when I show you the team. But it is an amazing team. It's very overpowered. It is significantly stronger than the team from last time. Hi, Willy Wonka. Welcome on in. Oh, Dead Metal. Hey, check it out. I don't know if you've been in the world since then, but look. It's you. Dead Metal, you made the cut. It's there you are. Exactly. Techie will vouch for me. It's a totally legitimate team that I didn't cheat for at all. Exactly. You can't cuddle in VR because you don't have VR. That's okay. You can be there in spirit. You guys ever just yeet one of these? I don't even know where that went. It's gone forever. I have no idea. Let me show you some of the other pictures in here. There better be an Articuno. There's not an Articuno, but there are a lot of other similarly powerful Pokemon. Not necessarily the legendary birds. Check this out. We'll check some more photo updates. So I added a couple. So here, this one's Fooster up there, right there. And then up there is Coda. Coda's up there. This is just a picture of our surfboards that's outside. Which, this one I might change to something else. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, the nose gets really squinched when I run. That's sort of how it is. It's a randomizer. I'd be primed to believe 6 Arceuses. It's not 6 Arceuses, and I don't have a Palkia. But I don't want to tell you guys completely. But like when I was making the team and I finalized my team at like the same point in the game where we were last time, I like looked at the team and I was like, bro, there's no way anybody's gonna believe this is a legitimate team. It's so ridiculous. It's so strong. And it's like some of my favorite Pokemon are on the team. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. You sneeze so hard your back cracked? That often to me feels really good. I would love somebody to crack my back right now. My back is so messed up from all the hockey. Yeah, look at my nose get all squinched. I can't even play with my nose because Avatar Dynamics isn't turned on this model. Axe the Oxel. Welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by. Welcome. So this picture here isn't different. This one's still let me see if I can remember. Coda, Zav, Rashek, Communist Doggo, I think, and then Nathan Echo rather. This is Communist Doggo, right? I think. I'm pretty sure. Otters don't get back pain? That's where you're wrong, my friend. And then in the bedroom, oh yeah, no, guys, look, I got your name wrong. Axe the Axel. Yeah, no, I thought it said Axe the Oddle. I thought it was an Axolotl joke. I think it still is, but I believe it's Axe the Axel, right? That's Cosmic? Oh, frick, you're right. That is Cosmic Fox. You're absolutely right. That is Cosmic Fox. Guys, check out this cuddle pit and how cozy it looks at nighttime. Look at it. Look at how cozy this is with all the stars and like the fire over there. Oh my gosh. You are an axolotl? Heck yeah. Axolotls are cute as heck. Yeah, anything with a back can get back pain. So true. Do you think spiders get back pain? They have a back, but they don't have a spine, so I don't know. But yeah, this is like my favorite place to cuddle in this world. It's so cozy. Yeah, it's a pile of pillows and blankets with a little reading light over there, and then you can sit here with the stars. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you look up in the sky, you could see it right there, top left here. Look in the sky here, and you'll see little wind lines occasionally over the beach, and I think those are so chill. I don't know. There's something about like sitting on the beach out here or in this cuddle pit and watching the wind lines as they scan across the sky that is like the chillest thing I think I've ever done in my life. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the wind lines it's just so chill. Yours sounds like a bag of Doritos sometimes. I twisted my ankle a little at hockey and like it gets a little crunchy. Mr. Gatsby, thank you for the bits.
Stinky.
Oh, I have this great idea. Have you guys seen on other streams where they have a little PNG tuber that talks the text-to-speech on the channel? So you have like a redeem that's like text-to-speech and it goes on the channel or whatever. I want to do that too. Hang on, I'm just positioning this a little bit more. I want to do that too, but my idea is, do you guys remember when we did the what's it called? Night in the Woods? And we loved rabies. I love rabies. It's a literal quote. Which VR headset do I remember the most? Hang on, I'll get to that. I want to make it so that we have rabies come down from like, he could just hang out in the top of the stream or whatever, or he can come down and like hang from the top of the stream with his little tail. And then like he can come down and say whatever chat says. Wouldn't that be cool? Having like a little possum that comes down and hangs from the top of the stream, and whenever chat says something, it'll come out of the little possum's mouth. I think that would be so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's my idea. I'm talking to an artist about doing it. I just have to figure out how to like integrate it and everything like that. So, but I think that would be really cute. And then you could do a text-to-speech redeem with your clams, so I can give you guys something to do with your clams. I think that would be really good. That's the plan. Which VR headset would I recommend the most? It depends what you're looking for. and if you have a budget for a PC or not. If you don't have a budget for a PC, I know the Quest is supposed to be pretty good. I think the Quest 2. I know that one of the Quest models is able to plug into a PC if you want to, and I think if I was able to choose any of them and it was on a budget, I'd probably choose that for future capacity as well. But if budget was not a problem, I would say get the Index. I have a Vive Pro 2 and I kind of hate it. It's kind of like a big jerk of a headset. So yeah, you can play VR with a Steam Deck. You just need to plug a VR into it. I don't know if that's true. There's not a lot of computing power on that. But yeah, I think it is a pretty good starter headset. Hi, Disaster Dog. Welcome. Hang on, we got a couple more pictures to show. I think this isn't new. That's just Lysic from the art piece. This one here, and let me get you guys nice and close so you can see it a little bit better. Look at that. This is from the... This is from when we did the launch party of the Clam Club. You might be able to see yourself in this picture. There's so many friends in this picture. I can see like a ton of people. It's a little bit of a small picture, but yeah. Possum named rabies, ironic since their core body temperature is too high to contract rabies. I agree, but the point is that it's a reference to rabies from The Night in the Woods, because they named that possum rabies, and he was so cute. It's like my favorite character from the whole game. HTC software makes the Vive Pro 2 worse than it should be. Yeah, and you kind of have to use the software, else it won't work. Yeah, I also think it's a cute name. All right, so then we've got this picture, which I believe... This is a cool picture. I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, this is also from the launch party of the Clam Club. We've got Webster. We've got... I actually don't know who this is. I actually don't know who this one is. But Webster's there. We've got that's Cosmic Fox and Fox Paws. And we've got me. Techie, you're in this like a lot. Me and Techie is here. And then Lysic. And I actually don't know who the last one is. That's Koda's Tanuki. Oh, it's Koda's Tanuki. There you go. Yeah, the Quest 2 might be the way to go. And then over here, there's that same picture of me with Juice. And then over here, this is a really fun picture. This one here. This picture is a picture of me and Lysic when the Clam Club was being built. You'll notice that none of the textures are here. Everything's just these multicolored boxes. I think that was you as a default otter. Oh, Rashek. It's weird you're not showing up as a hyena. But yeah, so back when the world was, before anybody got to see the Clam Club, when we were first designing it, like it was just bones and no textures, we added all these colors to the blocks, or Juice did, so that we could sort of see the shape without everything sort of just blending together in like a big gray blob. So this is what it looked like at the time. You can kind of see like the branches here. And there's this really cute picture of us by the size markers of the world. And Lysic was telling me how small I was. One problem with the Quest 2 is it has to run its own. You have to wear a full PC on your head, and it's heavy and painful. I could see that being a real problem, but I don't know. I'm cuter than anyone here. I don't know. You guys are all cuties, too. Don't say that. And then you can see the window, again, from the bed. This is the view from the bed. You can see all the stars on the beach, which is like such a pretty view. Small. Yeah, look, use small. Exactly. Halo thing. Use a halo thing? I don't know what that means, yeah? Yeah, that's the beta picture, which I thought was a really cool addition. I want to add more pictures here or there, but we're just not quite there yet. But I think that's all. Oh, I didn't talk about this one either. We got my dragon in here too. Check it out. We got this cute picture of me as a dragon. That's Dragon Sync. The better head wrap with the head support. Oh yeah. The Vive Pro 2 does have that. It comes all the way around and then a strap along the top. So it is a lot more comfortable, which is nice. The one problem with the Quest 2 I had is that it has a very narrow field of view. If you've never used VR before, it's fine, but you're going to get to the higher end ones and feel like you're wearing a dive helmet. I will say, like, even with the Vive Pro 2, I can still see the edges of the headset. Like, it's not like it's like they're gone. I still feel like I'm wearing a goggles, because like up here and on the sides, I still see black. Like, it doesn't take my whole screen, unfortunately. I really want that so that it's like more wrapped around. I kind of want them to make more curved screens over your eyes so that like it wraps around your head a little better, because like your peripheral vision is definitely still like just black. And this is supposed to be the headset with like the highest field of view, I think. And I'm surprised they're not using curved screens. Maybe it's a cost thing. Peripheral vision would make it so much more immersive. And okay, there are two major things that I want in VR headsets that they haven't done yet. And that's more field of view, big time. I don't care about resolution anymore. Nobody can run this resolution anyway. Like, I'm running a 3090 and I still run into problems with this headset. But the thing is, the resolution of this headset is absolutely stupid. It's like 5K per eye. It's getting dumb. But yeah, I think this is supposed to have the highest. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's pretty high. And I feel pretty good about like the field of view on this one. It's fine, but it's like, I want it to be further. I want it to be rounded. The second major thing I want in VR is I want it to have cameras that look at your eyes, right? Like IR cameras that like map your eye. And I want to have iris focusing. I want it to have eye tracking, but not just eye tracking. I want it to have like, when I focus on something in the distance, the foreground gets blurry and you know what I mean? I want dynamic focus, but automatic to where your iris is focusing, so that like it'll actually like change the focus of the world based off what you're looking at. Does that make sense? Yeah, I want like depth of field, but like automatic based off of where you're looking with your eyes. I think that would be so cool. That's like the biggest thing I want in VR. That's like the biggest thing. Why did you get assigned a new persona? The bot just randomly assigns people personas. It's something that Foxpaws designed, and it's not like to call out lurkers or whatever. It's actually kind of funny. There's a thing in our channel, which you might, if you're new here, you might not know that. In our channel, if the bot ever gives a blue or aquamarine otter, I owe the chat 5 gifted subs. So Foxpaws programmed it to sort of increase the odds of that happening. Hi, Emmy. You want a hug? Big hugs. Yeah, but I think dynamic depth of field is like the biggest thing I want. Yeah, that would be the one. An electric blue wallaby is pretty close. I want to show you guys the basement. The basement hasn't changed, but some of you guys might not have seen it before. Yeah, electric blue is very close. Some of you guys might not have seen the basement. We did change a little bit about how the stairs work. I don't remember what specifically it was, but there was something. I think I added a light or something there. But this is the theater area. I don't know how many worlds you guys know of that have like a home theater area. This is one of my favorite places in the world. It has these 2 big speakers here. These are actually speakers, but they're also fountains. Check it out. Yeah. Look at this. You can see the water texture. I don't know how well it comes across on stream. But in this part of the world, this big cuddle place, the way it works is that this theater, this screen specifically, is 2.1. So, well, it's stereo. So the sound actually comes out of the left and right of this area. So when you're sitting in the middle, you can actually hear the movie around you. It's really cool. So if the movie's in stereo, it'll play both sides. So if you guys are watching YouTube or you're watching or Twitch on here, you'll hear stereo audio if you're watching it from this area, which is like, it's a really cool feature. That's not true of the other screens in the world, but this one specifically it is, which I think is really cool. Oh, we got a blep. Hang on, I didn't get that blep redeem. Let me get you your blep. Nah. It's automatic on my 2D avatar, but sadly not on this one. How long will I be streaming? I plan to go for another 2 hours, so a little bit longer. A disturbed silver jay. But I like this area because it's got like this cute cuddle pit. The other thing is we're hosting the movie night tonight in the Discord, of course, and on VR. So if you want to come to that, I said primarily that our movie night will be upstairs at the fire pit, which is true. But one of the things that I did in this world is that I added a bunch of these different screens, and they're all synced to each other. So if you want to watch the movie here, or you want to watch the movie upstairs, or you want to watch the movie like in the living room upstairs, or even in my bedroom, those are all options. There's 4 different screens in this world, 4. And you could literally sit in any of those locations and watch any other movie. So it'll be cool. What's the movie? I cannot talk about it on Twitch. You will have to find out by going to Discord. The disturbed thing is kind of wasn't wrong. Just the axolotl part was wrong, right? Yeah, it comes up with a lot of really weird bird personas, I noticed. It's like mostly birds. It's a little weird. Long, hot, pink okapi. That actually sounds pretty cool. Long. But yeah. You weren't able to finish your order and you're feeling too overwhelmed at work lately. I work for another 4 hours anyway. Well, Aces, the movie night isn't for another... Aces, the movie night isn't for another 6 hours. So, if you want to hop on with a default avatar, that's fine. You don't have to have a custom avatar to come hang out with us. So if you have the default order, just hop in with the default order. You don't have to be custom. You're welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. The only rule is, if you want to chat, don't stand by the screens where people are watching movies. There are places you can go where you won't be disturbing people, right? Says you're lonely. So for example, this is the rules that I want to give people when we're doing this tonight, okay? And let me get this blep out of here. Yeah. The movie is going to be here, right? So this is the primary place that we're going to be hanging out. Is by this amphitheater for the movie. Also downstairs, and also the last place that you could go if you want to watch the movie is upstairs right here. It'll be playing here on this screen as well. So those are the 3 places plus this tiny little screen here, but nobody's going to want to watch the movie on this tiny screen, I promise you. That would be crazy. This is mostly here for aesthetics. So so as long as you're not hanging out chatting here or by the 2 movie theaters, you could, for example, go over like there somewhere by the volleyball court, or you could go like out here a little bit, but maybe here not so much. But for example, one of the best places I think to go if you want to chat, is that island out there. If you show up to the event and you want to chat, you find somebody you want to talk with, go to this island. This island is cozy as hell. Do you guys want to go there? It's really cute. Hang on, let's go there. And to get there, you just run through the water. You just run through the freaking water. Trust me. We're gonna go underwater. Don't worry too much. It's gonna get real dark down here. Don't worry so much about it, though. This island is one of the coziest places in the entire world. I never showed this on stream before, but there's this little fire on this island over here. How do people not get sick walking in VR? The more you're in VR, the less you, like, feel it, to be honest. Yeah, hold your breath. You exclusively use teleport? That's fair, too. Some people, that's just better, but for me, I like the movement. It makes it feel a little bit more immersed. Emmy, thanks for coming on by. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for swinging by. But yeah, this place is cute, and one of the coolest places about this island is that you get this really cool view of the Clam Club back there, right? So you can like see all of like the dark stuff glowing. You get this amazing view of the sunset. But yeah, you can't promise you won't accidentally breathe heavy into your laptop mic or something. You can mute your microphone. That's the trick. There's a button. You press spacebar on desktop and it mutes your microphone, I think it is. Is it spacebar or V? I don't remember. But there's a button. If you don't want to talk, just mute your microphone. Usually for the VR movie nights, what I do is I mute my microphone unless I have something to say. And I don't just keep the open hot mic. That's like the best way to do it. It's just to keep the microphone muted. Yeah, V. I think it's V, yeah. So if you feel like you're going to breathe heavy into the microphone, but you still want to hang out with people, just press V. Yeah, push to talk is really good too. I usually, if I'm hanging out with people, I'll just use open mic. But for something like a movie night, it's best to mute the microphone. Which on stream in VR, it's like now you can't hear me. Well, now you guys can hear me, but see how my mouth isn't moving? No one would be able to hear me. Obviously, stream can still hear me, which I use a lot when I'm doing host streams with people. But yeah, you got VR chat, but you got a bad version of a laptop. Oh no, that's no fun. But yeah, everybody should, you can come, you can hang out here. If you don't feel like you want to be on VR chat, by the way, we will be simultaneously casting the movie to the Discord server, and you can just join people there and watch them there. The people will usually chat in the movie night stream, the sub chat. So if you feel like you want to do that and you don't feel like you want to be in VR, that's totally an option too. So totally, you can do whatever you like. You'll get home an hour and a half before the movie night. You'll practice. And if it feels too overwhelming, again, you can just hop in the Discord call and just watch the stream. Fooster will be streaming the movie 2 places. Planning on getting VR when you go back to college? That sounds really fun. Yeah, so the campfires. I have this idea. Right now, they're just campfires here. I want to add some stuff to these campfires in this area here. Oh, one of my favorite things. There's, you guys can find it once you get into the VR world, but out in the grass by the pool, there's little fireflies. They're so cute. Like, I don't know if you could see them from here. Probably not. Actually, I can see them off in the distance there. There's, like, if you see the little sparkles of green light just, like, right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me get real close to the camera. It's like right in here. There's like little sparkles of green light. You can see there's like little fireflies. They're little Wi-Fi flies, exactly. Rizillo, I didn't make this world. I commissioned this world. The maker's name is Juice. But it is my idea, if that's what you mean. I sketched out the original layout of the world, or the concept, and then I worked with the maker, and they sketched it. They actually built it for me. Yeah, no, it wasn't me though. But I always had this idea of the Clam Club being this beachside resort club thing, and so I wanted to just sort of make it a thing. In fact, this goes back to before I started streaming. I always had this idea of like Sync lives in a house where the top floor is their home and then the bottom floor is like a surf bar that they hang out with their friends at, and it was like this isolated area on like on a beach in like a tropical island somewhere. I like that was always my idea for my character, and when I made it to streaming, this sort of like was something I built upon. I brought it a little further and made it into like my subscriber and viewer based title, which was the Clam Club and Clam Club viewers. That then turned into the Discord server, and then built itself into a bunch of art. And then once we got the art of the area, I was like, well, I think it was like late last year after I got partner, I was like, what if we just made a VR world and we like made this a real thing that you could go to, that like the community could go hang out in, we could watch movies in, we could host like hangout nights and all this kind of stuff. Man, my whiskers really go wild in Avatar Dynamics. That is wild. They are not stiff at all. They are very floppy. They are not supposed to be that floppy. I'm gonna have to fix that. But that was the idea, was to make a place that people could come and hang out with together. Yeah, actually, so marshmallows was one of my ideas. I don't want to spoil all my ideas, but little sticks with marshmallows that you could roast them over the fire was one of my ideas, yeah. You're telling everybody because you want them to wish you luck tomorrow. What's tomorrow, Aces? Is that your job or something else? I think I missed it. Hang on, let me look at this. I might have missed it. You have an interview tomorrow. If it goes well, working weekends, which means more time at the Clam Club. Oh, that's awesome, Aces. Sorry, I missed that. That's awesome. I really hope you have good luck on the interview. I'm sure you're gonna get it. You seem like a really great person. Hi, Dark Wolf. Hi, welcome in. Welcome. Face tentacles. I know, right? Look at these face tentacles on my face. My glowing face tentacles. My eyes have some. Oh my gosh, my mouth is just like right there. My eyes have some 80s vibes with the stripes. Oh, you mean these? They're scan lines. They're like computer scan lines. That's the idea. Because Sync is an Android, right? So I like this idea that like these were LEDs that you could see or LCDs basically, like my eyes, that you could see scan lines of the refresh rate in. I think it's really cool. But yeah, that was the idea of that. I want to like do more. I want to like have more versions of Sync. I have my dragon, which is very cool, but yeah. And then I've got the glowy whiskers, the glowy bow ties, the nails and paws glow. I wanted to add some like reflective textures to my nails to make them like a little bit different. A little bit like my dragon. The dragon has a lot of that. And then on my, of course, I've got the Wi-Fi on my back. Right back there, we've got the clean Wi-Fi. And when you wink, you post on Twitter. Exactly. Every time I wink or blink, does my character ever blink? Does the otter ever blink? It occurs to me that VR characters don't blink, huh? That's kind of messed up. I never thought about that before. I never thought about the fact that VR characters never blink. They do? Does my character ever blink? Oh, you know what? This one doesn't. I don't think the otter blinked. I blinked? This character blinks? Oh, it does. Okay, I'm not crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. I will say, this model, when it blinks, doesn't feel as natural as my dragon. Like, hang on. Let me get my dragon out. This one. Change into avatar. Yeah. This dragon definitely, when it blinks, it feels a little more natural, I think. I need to put some pants on. Twitch is gonna freaking ban me, dude. But yeah, the dragon, like the blinks for it feel more ready and like more normal, I think. I don't know how better to describe it. You wish you could pay someone to edit your otter and then you could get them to draw me sharing eye. Aces, you can do that. If you go to the Otter Discord, there are artists you can commission to do that. That's an option. The dragon is as short as the otter. No, I just adjusted the camera. You can see, like, I'm much taller than the fire in this model. Yeah, I have the femboy dragon model. That's true. I'm lewd. It's not lewd. I'm wearing arm socks. That's true. But I am wearing pants now. You got to be careful on Twitch. But yeah, this is my dragon model, which I find the blinking on the dragon is just a little bit more natural, I think. But I still have the glowies. Like, my back glows on this model, too. Back there. Very pretty. You want to lay on me? Aw, you want to pet the hide? You thought what was against TOS? The pantless model or the programmer socks? It's very easy to create your own layer to animate things like the blink manually. See, Rizillo, the difference is that you know what you're doing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just pay people to do this, but yeah. But yeah, Aces, if you go to the Otter Discord, which is Otter Space, I think it's on Shade's website, there are artists there that you can commission. I think they have certified Otter artists that are like really good at that. I don't know which ones are better than others, but I imagine if your design is pretty good, pretty simple, it's probably pretty easy to get, but yeah. Does anyone know any Fennec skin? I know one fox skin that is very popular that's made by somebody that's in chat. There's definitely a fox out there with very big ears and very good mouth visines. Always blink using a Fibonacci sequence. You're a member and you haven't been on there? Well, go check out the Otter Discord. It'll help you out. Go do it. Go do it. I know there's other people. I don't know how to paint these models, but yeah. I guess everything I think is easy to do just because you've been learning it for years with 3D programs. Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm going to switch back to the otter. Hang on. Yeah. I love my dragon, but this is really more of an otter skin kind of day. Because we're launching the Clam Club, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't have a mirror here. All right, there we go. But yeah, that's the thing. As far as like making avatars and stuff like that, I'm pretty dumb as this stuff. I try my best, but like it's so overwhelming to me. And I'm not as creative a person maybe as, well, maybe people would disagree with me, but I don't know. I just don't have time to learn that stuff. I'm busy learning stuff for work already, so. The shine on the model seems rubbery. Well, have you ever looked at a lizard? They always look shiny. God, I wonder how expensive getting a skin made from scratch is. It's not that bad, actually. Most like, if you're just getting a reskin and you're not making changes to the model, just painting it is actually not that hard. So I think those are usually pretty cheap. They're pretty in demand, but they're cheap at least. I don't think it's that expensive. Getting a whole new model is very expensive though. Like getting a model that's built from scratch is really expensive, like thousands of dollars expensive. But if you just get a model that exists and then just pay somebody to refactor it or adjust it, that usually isn't too expensive. That's like still expensive, but not too expensive. That's like the cheapest way to get a custom model. So for example, my dragon, it's a Kobo doll avatar, but Lysic basically refactored the entire thing. But yeah, exactly. You have to hire a very technical artist and sculptor that also knows how to program everything in the thing into Unity, and it gets very, very complicated. But yeah, it depends what you're doing. Axel the Duchy, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by. Welcome. But yeah, so for me, I love my otter, but like it can be really difficult to do much with it. Like this version of the otter was actually made by Shade themselves. Shade painted everything on it, adjusted the whiskers for me, made everything glowy and everything. I did the eyes myself with the help of a friend. But like for the most part, any of the painting and stuff like that was all done by Shade. And Shade is so busy that it can be really difficult to get anybody to fix it or whatever. It's not very profitable to look for full private model one per person, and then that's it. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that like people tend to make public avatars instead, because you can sell that to thousands of people, right? The private model thing is like you make a model for one person and then that's it. So they tend to be fursuit priced. It's pretty crazy. You like making avatars, but I sadly get more support to make a base avatar to sell to everyone for very cheap. And that's fine, as long as you're okay with people modifying it and making it look like their own thing, right? I've seen other avatar makers that are like very uppity about people making edits to their models, where I'm like, look, like your model's nice, I don't just want to paint it. And sometimes they don't even want you to paint the model. There was one person I reached out to where I was like, hey, I just wanted to know, I looked on your website and it said like that editing the model without the permission of an authorized artist or whatever is not allowed, and so is that something that you're open to? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, is there an artist that I can pay to do it? And they're like, we don't allow that. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna buy your model because I don't want to look like whatever your base model looks like, so what are we doing here? And so I was like, what the hell? It was very weird interaction. So I'm much more chill with the people that are like, yeah, here's the base model. You want it to look like something different? Go nuts. You know what I mean? That's fine. Like, I paid for your model. I don't know. Hi, Glowy. Hi, how's it going? Look at this. Did you see the stars? Look at all the stars. So many stars. And the moon. The moon is up there, too. The otter is super easy to reskin, too. Shade uses Photoshop's files for reskinning. You can just change the colors of entire layers in a step-by-step guide to reskin the model. Yeah, it's a pretty easy model to work with, I will say. I guess you can see like the menu over there. That's a little weird. But yeah, I like that attitude, Rezillo. I like that you're like, hey, you know what? I'm curious to see what you've made. The otter community has done a lot of that too, where there are some crazy otter models out there. There's so many. They've done that a lot. You decided to join the stream because you've always liked the VRC otter avatars. Hi. This one was made by the official maker of the otter, Shade. Yeah, Shade did a really good job on me. It needs to be updated for avatar dynamics, which I haven't done yet, because me big dumb, me know what I'm doing. My dragon is updated for avatar dynamics, so my whiskers are a little floaty with the converted bones today. But I thought it was appropriate since I'm debuting my new world today. So yeah, someone edited a version for me too, so I got a Rex avatar. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you got a Rex otter. Okay, that's cute. I wonder what that looks like. I'm curious. A Rexy otter. Huh. That's cute. Your favorite version of otter avatars is the wiggly snoot? You mean this thing? I can't play with it. Unfortunately, the avatar dynamics are all messed up right now, like I said. So I can't play with my own snoot or my ears or anything right now. I think I could play, yeah, I can play with my hair a little bit, but that's it. Yeah, not very cool. It's got long ears and like the feathers stuck on it and then your personal texture on it. That seems really cool. I'd love to see it sometime. That would be kind of neat. You bought 3 and paid people for 2 to recolor a Tatum, a mantled beast, and a longboy. Yeah, I have this. I also have my dragon. But I would love. I've been saying this for a while. I really want to get a protogen that's like synced up. So it's like the blue fur with like a pink face on the LED screen, and then like a Wi-Fi stuff theme to it. I think that would be really funny and cute. Odell, okay, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for visiting. Professor, I get some time to see you sometime I could show it to you. Sure, sometime when I'm in VR. Unfortunately, I've been very busy and unable to be in VR lately. But of course, if you want, you can send me a friend's request. Of course, you can figure out my name. And if you find my world, you can literally just find me through there. So send me a friend's request whenever you want. What about a baby sink? Am I not short enough for you already? Is 2'10" not short enough for you? You need to be even smaller? Come on, don't be ridiculous. But yeah, I want a protogen version of Sync. I've got the dragon. There's also a few other models I really want to try. There's Moop's version of the what's it called? It's called a mink or something like that, or whatever it is. They've got like a ferret looking thing. I want to turn that into an otter and then like get a version of that model for me. So there, I've got that. I want to do that. Yeah, literal bean. It needs to be an actual baby. Listen. You want to find a better Puma-based model, something more masculine and less cartoony. I find there's not a lot of cat models out there. Nobody's ever really made like a really, really good cat model, I think. There's some okay ones, but I feel like there's not enough. Like, there's genuinely not enough good cat models. Like, and so whenever you're in VR, all you see are like otters and dogs and foxes. You know what I mean? It's weird because there's a lot of cat furries out there, but nobody's made a good one. I bet you if somebody ever does make a good cat model, they're going to make a ton of money off that. So much money. Also, I remembered you got enough Uber points for free dinner, so that makes tonight even better. Hell yeah, aces. There's a lot of good female cat models. Well, I guess it depends what you want, right? I went and tried on a bunch of the female models because I was looking for something femmy, which is how I got my Kobo doll. But like, I find a lot of the femmy models, they've got like the zingas out to here. You know what I mean? Like they got the breaker watermelon tits. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Like, give me something that's a little bit more realistic. Every model's got, like, watermelon tits and, like, thighs that are out to here and, like, the biggest hips. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. You're horny. But, like, just chill. Just chill. Okay? You know what I mean? Yeah, sing booba. Exactly. Thought about making a cat model and your inspiration is to go realistic, but some cartoony that blends with anthro. If you made something that was as good as the Rexy, but it was a cat, it would sell like hotcakes. I promise. Absolutely. We're talking about those great big Honkaroos. Exactly. Yeah, big mommy skins. It's weird, though. All the skins that are female, and I noticed this. A lot of the skins, they're very, very hyper masculine or they're very, very hyper female. It's got a real Second Life vibe to it to me. Like, where, like, it's, like, over hyper-sexualized instead of just being, like, just sort of like a little neutral. I found it very difficult to find a model that felt very comfortable, personally. Yeah. It's interesting, I've seen a lot of creative edits that turn the Rex into cats. That doesn't surprise me, but again, there's not enough good cats out there. Yeah, there's not a lot of good middle ground stuff like that. I've seen a couple little bit more cartoony cats that look okay, but there's not a lot that look like really incredible, to be honest. Meeps has a good one. Would Sync Booba get me banned on Twitch? Sync Booba is fine, as long as I was wearing a cover. I'm allowed to have boobs, but they have to be covered boobs. But I don't really like boobs, so I probably wouldn't. It's not my thing. Not my thing. A Revit feline. I'd have to think about what that looks like, but yeah, I think it's something. It's a place where like there's not been a model that's really taken off. The otter has taken off for the otter, obviously. There's a fox one that's amazing. Actually, Kipper Snacks on Twitch. They did an amazingly cute toony fox. It's so cute. I don't know how many people are going to use it because I don't know how many people are into really toony foxes, but it's so cute. Oh my god, they did a great job on it. The Revit ones are too cartoony for you. I bet you, Skysnap, that if Rezillo did make a cat, you'd probably love it. That would be really good. The mouth visemes are the things that's so good on those. Yeah. The Toonie Fox is really good. It's like this big, and it's got these big freaking eyes. It's so good. How can you get it? If you go to Kipper Snacks on Twitter, I don't know if somebody can find it, but they have a link to the Gumroad store for that. It's really, really, really cute. You should check it out. They've got maned foxes, and they've got like a bunch of other foxes. They're very, very good. It's very, very good. If somebody has a link to the website, you could feel free to share it. Go ahead. But it's a great one. It's a great one for sure. But I think a cat model is definitely necessary. Fluffball29, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you obviously do have to buy the model, but it is very good. It's a great model. Almost every model you're gonna have to buy. Yeah. Don't pressure you on what avatar to buy and make. No. I'm never gonna pressure you on that. I think it's a great idea, but I don't know. I wouldn't use. Well, maybe I would make a cat model. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'd probably make like a 5 foot tall like snow kitty maybe. A snow kitty would be cute. You want a blep? Oh nope, those are emojis. That's not a blep. Yeah, a snow kitty would be really, really good. I might make a snow kitty. I like a snow kitty. Snow kitties are my favorite kitties, so. You don't have to judge me, babe. Sorry. You find a really awesome deer for your friend. The artist has a bunny model wishing they made a feline. Aw. Yeah, there's a couple cute deers. The thing is that I think it's a lot like a fursuit maker, right? Everybody has a style that they want with a model. My hands are a little broken. Some people want like a really toony look. Some people want that's like something that's really hyper realistic, and some people want something in between. And again, some people are looking for that hyper masculine, hyper female look. Some people are looking for a little bit more non-gendered. It's really hard to say. But one of the things I've noticed in terms of models, let's go back to the mainland here. But one of the things I've noticed in terms of models is I've seen a lot of people start adding sliders to the model so that you can like. You can choose, like, for example, how heavy the character is, like if they're big or they're small. You can there's sliders for things like the chest or like the sexual features of the model, or anything like that. There's a lot more options going into models. When I went and looked around for like models recently, lots more like customizability right out of the box. Like even things like changing the hue, changing like the colors of things, just right out of the box without having to actually go into Blender or anything like that to change it. There's a lot of that going on, which I think is really neat. The Foxbox model, yeah, it's so cute, so cute. I like the idea of making a cat. I've been wanting to play more with unique things that just make them what's popular. That's fair too, yeah. And I think a lot of model makers get that. Let's go back to the mainland, yeah? It's cute out here, but let's go back over there. Imagine someone with those models and then just going boom and completely transforming. Yeah, I know, it's funny. Customizability, is that even a word? Yeah, no, I don't know if it is or not. But like, for example, my Cobodol, I stripped all this out of my Cobodol. You're in the restaurant now, heck yeah. I don't even know if this is like an option. I stripped it out of my Cobodol now. Let's go to the pool, actually. The pool's so cozy. I stripped it out of my Cobodol, but you could actually make it so like you could make them kind of thick, like heavy, like give them a big tum-tum, or you could get like you could make it much more female with like bigger waist or like bigger chest. You could change the horns, the shape of the horns. You could change the hair. You could turn them on and off. There's like all these different outfits for clothing you could turn on and off. You could change the colors and stuff like that. It's very cool. Oh god, I'm in the water. Let's go. I usually like to stream from like over here. What is Booba? You know, the congas. The tatas. Hi Cooper, welcome in. If you keep making avatars, you may plan to make a cat. Yeah. Someone else might get there before you get there. Like, there's space for multiples of the same thing. It wouldn't, like, you know what I mean? I don't think that anybody, I don't think, for example, I don't think Shade would be upset if somebody made a different otter. Maybe not the same otter, but like an otter model. For example, like, you know, Moop did make like a mustelid model. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, the torso add-ons are cool. But like for my Cobodol, I don't know if I still have it. Hang on. Let me show you what I mean. I wonder if I can show you guys. That's the dragon. Yeah, so this is the original Cobodol. So this is what my dragon is based off of, this model here. And you can see instantly that like I already look different. Let me grab the camera and bring it down here. This is what this is what my dragon is based off of, the Cobodol model. You can see it's got the programmer socks. We got like all the different features. You got the tail. Let me get you guys down here so you can see the whole thing, right? So you can kind of see I've got like spikes down my back and all that kind of stuff, the horns, right? But like on this model, I think this is really cool. There's like so many options for what you can do. So for example, obviously there's the clothes, but for body elements you can change things. So like on the tail, you can do fluffy tail, or you can turn the fluffy tail off. You can switch your horns. You can do these horns different. You can hide what's this one? I think, oh yeah, you can hide your hair tuft. You can hide the hair itself. You can hide the tail tuft. You can change your back fluff, your chest fluff, the mid fluff, all of this. You can turn the wings on and off, right? All this kind of stuff. And then for shapes, you can like turn it, femalize it. Obviously, you can put the boobas on, or you can change the how thick the model is. So like, look, you can actually make him like pretty thick, or you can be Twinkie, or you can choose something in between, which is pretty crazy, right? Yeah, no glowy horns on this model, sadly. You can choose whatever you want. You can rotate your wings. You can like play with your wings. You can play with your tail. You can change how big your ears are. You can make your ears super big or super small. Oh, geez, what have I done? I pulled stream down. I can't see stream anymore. There's also the free Chibi Cobodol that's been released too that looks really good with no wings. Yeah, I think it's really cute. I think it's really good. Yeah, you can like change your character. And actually, I think if I remember correctly, you can even do facial shaping. So like some of the stuff in the face you can change and customize. So you can get such a custom experience out of an avatar, right? You get so much difference in your avatar, right? You could do the eyes different, right? So much different in the avatar, just on a base avatar, which I think is really, really cool. What's the other thing that you can do here? Yeah, you can change your color. So like there's like an actual trigger to like change the color with the hue map. So you can completely change the color of your dragon just with like a slider. You know? I think it's a really cool thing that model builder's doing. I know this is probably a huge amount of work for a model builder, but like it's also really cool, and I think it adds a lot to the saleability of a model. The otter has none of that. back to the otter here. Yeah. How to dye your dragon, exactly. Excuse me. There you go. Doing stuff like, so for doing stuff on your canvas, it's a lot of work to add so many options. I'm sure it is. Like when I saw that on the Cobodol, I was like, wow, that's really cool. And I've seen other models that do that. And what I think is nice about that is that you add the ability for people to have the model as a base and really customize what it feels like to them, like what they want to look like, without like having to go and pay an artist to like change a lot about the shape and the face and like the colors and all this kind of stuff. I mean, obviously people are going to want to change the color. Obviously I did. I literally took that dragon and made it unrecognizable. It's not even fluffy anymore. But I think it's really neat. Do I have a link to the artist or model? That's the Cobodol model. You'll have to Google it. Obviously I can't really do much here. The otter does have female and chubby blend shapes, so you have to add the slider and animations yourself. See, I don't know how to do any of that. I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest, but I guess that's true. Yeah, thank you, Javi Arts. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with how everything turned out. Like, the moon is up here. You guys can't see it. It's up there. All the stars. Very, very pretty, yeah. But yeah, I'm sure it's like a crap ton of work, but I really wish that like more models. I mean, when the otter came out, it was a very basic model. It's not surprising to me that it doesn't have a lot of that stuff, but later on, I'm sure that if Shade ever made another model, I'm sure that would be included. I've seen a lot more models have that, just so that people like, you know, for example, if the Kobo doll came out and was only feminized, and had no other options it had to be feminized, or like or only have booba, for example, I probably never would have enjoyed that model. I probably would have picked up the model and been like, nah, it's not for me, right? The sliders in Unity if you want to adjust. Yeah, I don't know, but I wouldn't want to change my otter anyway, and I think my otter is all stripped down because it's a custom FVX anyway. So I don't know how that works. But I do love that like that's being included in people's models more often, which it really surprised me because up until recently when I got that dragon done, I hadn't changed my model since the otter was released. My otter, like the otter is based off of me, so like when I got my otter, it was literally, I was like one of the first 50 otters out there. I think when it was released, I literally was one of the first 50 people to purchase the otter model. So at the time, that was the only I got into VR chat and got body trackers because of this model, and I hadn't changed anything until I got my dragon. So it's like I was really amazed by the amount of difference because I think this has been out for almost 2 years or something like that. Something like that. Will there be a big boob otter? You have to talk Shade about that one. That's not me. It's not about me. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. But yeah. The first otter. I don't know about the first otter. I think the first otter is probably Shade, but number 2 is like, I don't know, Ralph or something. I'm not sure. How I ended up adding stuff to my plan for my deer, I just update that stuff in later and slowly up the price after it adds more features. And I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I don't know if the otter, I think the otter was like pay what you want when it first came out or something. Hi Foxpaws, welcome in, welcome. So whoever gets the avatar first has it built cheaper, but we'll get updates later. Oh, that's kind of nice though. Yeah, I know Shade is planning some updates to the otter soon. I know there's like some other stuff that they've added to it, but like, you know, this is a constant project for Shade. I know that Shade had mentioned that there's going to be a final version of the otter soon. I don't think they're going to do any continued updates other than like, hey, Unity updated, we're going to update the otter kind of thing. But I think there is an end date for the otter, I think. But yeah, at least don't take my word on that. Obviously, I am not Shade. I did not announce anything for Shade. My opinions are my own, etc., etc., etc. I don't know Shade that well, but I thought I heard them say that at some. Oh, twisting the camera around. Let's get you over here. Yeah, Shade likes to update the otter. That's true. You've been debating getting the otter for a while, so this is exciting to hear what they have planned. Like I said, I'm not a PR person for the otter. I don't really know a lot about it. The only way that I'm a PR person for the otter is that like every once in a while I do a giveaway. And that's just because Shade is nice enough to give me a code to give away whenever I do like those collaborations. It's something I want to do more often. I like maybe every month or two I'd like to do like a collaboration of 4 other otter models and then we play a game together. But it's just something I don't have time for it right now, unfortunately. It's hard to come up with. You need an end date so you can work on a 2.0 that requires a rework. I don't know if that's going to happen. Rocky8468, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I would be surprised to hear Shade is doing a 2.0 otter, like a different otter. I think if Shade was going to do another model, I think Shade would pick a different animal. That's my personal opinion. That's what I'm betting on. I think they'll do a different animal next. Talked with him a little bit ago, and he told me how a lot of nice business updating things. How he finds a lot of nice business updating, a lot of fun things for the otter, so it sounds like sporting work he's been doing. Yeah. Outrageously popular fox model. Again, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. He's a bat and did an otter. Yeah, so the story behind... I do actually know this. The story behind him picking an otter was that he really liked Leto's art. Specifically, pictures of me and Pebble, actually. Which is why the base otter was a blue and a brown one. Because there's a blue one because I'm in the art. But it's Leto's art. They were inspired by Leto's art. So a lot of the art, they basically based the otter shape like this off of how Leto drew otters, right? So that's why they made the otter the first time, and then they turned it into a bat, obviously for their own personal model. But yeah, that's the story that I do know. You know what? You know what's funny about this and why this happened? Why I know this is because when the otter was released, I got like 100 people tagging me that were like, yo, Sync, this looks exactly like you. And I was like, yeah, it kind of does. It's kind of weird. Leto would do a lot of sense for inspiration. They have the best otter art. I think so. I think they draw some of the best otters, yeah. Yeah, this base gets used for a lot of different species now. People have changed the shape and whatnot. It's a little funny because then you end up with like these characters that have these little tiny leggies and they're all long. So you have these deer and other characters that are like so long. It's very funny to me. But yeah, that's the story of why that happened. Oh, my microphone popped down below my freaking thing again. Dang it. Okay. It keeps going down here and then I'm going to clip my damn mic. I don't want to clip my mic. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that still sounds okay. If I start sounding like I'm breathing too heavy into my mic, it's because my mic keeps moving around and I'm trying to keep it in place, but it's a little difficult. Just let me know if it sounds funny. But yeah, I thought it was funny. The first day that happened, like everybody was like, hey, this looks like you. This looks like you. This looks like you. And then like I said like, haha, yeah, it does. And then like I found out that it was modeled after like Leto's art of Sync and Leto's art of Pebble and stuff like that. And so... yeah. Someone posted an otter with human proportions to the Otter Space Discord a few weeks back and it was cursed. Oh no. That sounds awful. That sounds so awkward. Like even I will say like there's something about like having the little short leggies. I definitely find it's nice. But it's a little less immersive, right? Because your real body doesn't go all the way down there. Like my chest is like here, my sternum. And then like all the way down, my legs start like here instead of down here, which is a lot like what my fursuit is like. My fursuit, my legs start like down here, which is about like what this model is like. So wearing this feels a lot like when I'm wearing my fursuit, to be honest. You kind of want to see it? I'm kind of curious too, but it does sound extremely cursed. Highly, highly cursed. No, I'm really excited for this movie night. I can't wait to see everybody in the night mode now. Actually, I'm curious. Hang on. I'm going to look at the worlds and see if there's people in my world. Eh. I can't really see. I don't know how many people are actually going to be looking at the world right now. It doesn't look like anybody except me right now. But it's a little, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. Hang on. Let me look at this. It's a little awkward because until it starts getting traffic, it'll kind of just stay pretty dead. It's not bad. We've had 54 people visit the world so far. I think it needs a little bit of traffic, and then we'll update it again to pull it to the top of the list so that people see it. And then once we get some traffic tonight, it should look pretty good. Go hit Puck with an oh yeah. I don't know about that. Hang on. I got a dude bro out while I look at my stats because I can't see them from within VR. Human bodies don't have such long bellies. But what if they did, man? What if they did? Oh, you know what? That's really funny. Somebody should make the otter, but like skinned like a human. So it has like human hands and a human face. And like just like the legs are proportioned like an otter. And that would be very cursed on top of the one that's like an otter skin to be human. Both are very, very good. Both are very, very funny. Someone should do that. No? But why not? Riley Bobberts, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by. Welcome, welcome. Hi. The universal no from chat. Just everybody's like, absolutely not. No. It's so good, though. It's so good. I don't know. I think it would be funny. I think it would be funny. But yeah, I'm excited to see where VR chat goes in the future. I know that, like, things have changed so much in, like, even like the couple years or whatever that I've been involved in VR chat, and it goes back further than that. The models are getting more complicated. They're getting more realistic. Some of the things that people are doing with models and interactivity of each other is so cool and creative. Some of the worlds are getting really, really creative. Obviously, mine is a very simple world. There's not a lot of triggers and stuff like that. It's just meant to look pretty. But, you know, it'd be a lot of work for a little laugh, but imagine the memes. You could post it and people would be like, why did you do this? And you'd get so much interaction on Twitter. It would be so good. Getting my stylus and making a flesh otter? Let's do it. Hell yeah. It's so good. Curse simulation. You could post it on Twitter and get so many interactions. Think about it. Think about the social media implications. The implications. But yeah, like, I'm really excited to see, like, things have changed in VR chat a lot, even from like 2 years ago when I got this model to today. I'm very curious to see what that means for, like, the future and, like, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, what that looks like. Because people are going to have faster computers. People are going to have, like, more creativity. More people are going to get into, like, the building space, the modeling space. Because it reminds me a lot of, like, back when we had, like, 4 fursuit makers or something, and everybody got fursuits from, like, the same makers, and now there's, like, hundreds of fursuit makers, and so the diversity of the fursuits is so much higher, and I wonder if it's going to be like that for VR chat too. I think that'll be really cool. Will people have more creativity? I think so. What if we went to the backrooms world and have the creatures be all those cursed otters? That would be so good. I love it. We'll put some cursed otters in here. I want to do a Halloween version of this world. Like, just have, like, toggles for decorations and stuff like that. That's one of the things I want to do, is have, like, a holiday pack for the world. So that, like, during certain seasons, the world will import certain decorations that you could turn on and off if you don't want them there. But for Halloween, we can put some pumpkins out. We can change the lights to, like, maybe be, like, orange up here or whatever and be a little creepy. I think it'll be cool. And then we can watch some scary movies in VR together. How cool would that be? We definitely need to do a scary movie night in October here. Absolutely. In the dark. Oh, baby. It'll be so fun. Watch some scary, scary movies together in the Clam Club. But yeah, I think people will be more creative. I can't imagine that they'll be less creative. I don't know why they would be. Over the course of 2 years, people have already, like, changed a lot about how the way... Oh, by the way, the fireworks. ADHD moment, by the way. Not fireworks, the fireflies. Look. The fireflies are here. The Wi-Fi flies. This is, like, one of the prettiest things in the world to me, just seeing the little fireflies that are, like, hovering over the grass at night. It's really nice. The Y-flies, exactly. The Y-flies. Used to see popular avatar for Anthos were just Nanachi or Avalis. Yeah, there used to be, like, 2 avatars, right? Like, there were basically no avatars at all. And now there's, like, way more options for what you get. Yeah, like with art, there's endless creativity. I think that's true. Hi, Yin Fox. How's it going? Welcome on in. You've only changed the fur color and this is already horrible. Why are you doing this? I can't wait to see what this turns into. Yin Yang Fox, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for coming on by. Welcome. It's so horrifying. I want to see it. I want to see the results so bad. But yeah, like Rosillo said, like a couple years ago, there was like 2 avatars that literally anybody used, and nobody customized their avatars. Everybody kind of just looked the same. You were just basically like buying off the box stuff. Nobody was really doing much with it. And now we have, like, if you go into a VR chat world, everybody looks different basically. Even if they're using like the same base of a model, like you could have a bunch of different otters. Like they do the otter meetups. Everybody looks different. Everybody has customized their models. Everybody's like added features to the models, like my glowies or my eyes or anything like that, or other people that have other types of features. I've seen people that are like latex otters. I've seen metal otters. I've seen like foxes turned into cat models and cat models turned into other stuff. It's really, really cool. That's like one of my favorite things about this place is like how much the diversity is. And like I said, it's a lot like going to a fur con, and now you see like all these different fursuits now, right? Like you used to just see like a couple fursuits at cons. Now like half of everybody has a fursuit, and they're all so different. They're all like, that's what's so cool about going to a fur con is like you get to see all this different walking art pieces. Like, and I think that's a really cool feature. Speaking of virtual cons, is anybody else going to Virality Luma? Because I'm really excited for that. You had some fact on a question with music. Is it possible that we make every kind of music? Don't know if it all sounds all nice mathematically, but there's a billion combinations that we don't run out. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's likely to be repetition in like music, for example. But I mean, at some point, somebody will invent a new space for music or a new instrument or something like that. And then we'll be like, oh, that's a different sound. And then all of a sudden we'll have all these new possibilities. Like that's what's happened with like the electronic music revolution. People didn't have the space to be able to do electronic music and all these different sounds that we have now. And so now we have all this different kind of electronic music that we never invented before, and I think that'll keep happening, right? Exactly. But yeah, I'm really excited for Virality Luma. I barely was in VR much when I first got to see for the original Virality. I was so busy with streaming that I didn't really get to hang out and do it. Now I'm much more involved in VR chat. Like, for example, I have this. So I'm hoping to be in with Virality Luma a lot more. It's also underwater, so it's kind of my jam. So I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You know, Shade the Bad is actually online. That's neat. You're gonna miss Virality this time? Oh, Techie, where are you gonna be, out of town or something? Because I'm probably gonna host an event for the community at Virality one night. I'm hoping to do at least hang out with the community one night. Hopefully when like there's not a panel like Tiger's concert or something like that. Or you're on vacation with your parents. Oh no. Well, I hope it's a good vacation. Where are you going? You don't have to tell me. Obviously, I know that that can be a touchy subject for you. You can't necessarily tell people. But I hope you're going somewhere fun. Because I'm going to Alaska soon. Wait, what weekend is Virality Luma? I think it's like mid or late June or something like that. There's a very cute Rexy shark that you saw someone texture to a tiger shark. Dude, shark sonas are like just a bridge into being a dragon, to be honest. It might be fun. You should be able to catch the last day. Heck yeah. I hope I don't miss it. I don't think that's the weekend of the tournament. What weekend is it? Because I have another hockey tournament coming up in June that I have to do. Well, have to is a strong way to put that. That I want to do, that I registered. It's a Pride tournament being run by the Seattle LGBTQ people or community or whatever. And then in partnership with the Seattle Kraken. And that's like June like 18th or something. Yeah. They made a Rexy shark to share for others to use for Virality. Oh, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. I might have to check that out. That sounds really fun. You were born in Canada, so I must participate in hockey tournaments. Must is a strong word, but like, yeah, it's a fun thing to do. I did already pay for it, so it'd be a little weird for me to not go. That's true. That's so true. It was a couple $100. I don't remember how much it cost, I think it was a couple $100. This tournament I'm in right now, it didn't go so hot for me, but my husband won first place and got to drink champagne out of a trophy, which is pretty cool. I've never gotten to win a championship. I've literally never won a championship before. I've been in championship games. My team has won a championship game. My league team that I play with, they won the championship this year. But they did it on a day where I had COVID and I couldn't go play with them. And I was like, no. So my name is on a plaque somewhere because I was involved with the team because I was a full-time skater, but I didn't get to play because I was out with COVID. So they won the championship without me. Yeah. Sucks like a lot. I didn't even get to be there to see it. I helped them get all the way to the finals and didn't even get to play. It sucks so bad. So I'm hoping we can replicate that. We're a pretty okay team, but we'll see. At the tournament, we placed dead last. We were garbage. We were not good. But, you know, I still had fun. I lost like 5 pounds. Pretty good. You heard you got your butt kicked in the previous tournament? No, the previous tournament, actually in the previous tournament, my team was like the best team. And then we lost in the finals. We lost in the finals that time. Yo, Cat Lover Uwu259, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for coming on by, and thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome. Yeah, no, the tournament that I did before that was like last October or something, I think. And I placed second. We did a second place. We crushed everybody during the group stage. We won all 3 games. So we ended up in the finals because we won every game. And then in the finals, we lost like 5-1 or something somehow. Like the other team just came out of nowhere. Like we had played those teams before in the group phases. And then just all of a sudden out of nowhere, they were like, oh, we're good. Surprise. It was so weird. Yeah, there's a picture of Puck holding up a big trophy from last night. Although Puck is at liberty to share that with whoever they want, not necessarily publicly, because it's Puck's face. But I took a nice picture of my husband carrying the trophy, which I thought was cool. Taking Get Good Scrub to the next level. But I was very proud of Puck. I thought it was very, very cool. Seeing my husband get to win a trophy was very, very cool. Yeah. So in this tournament, the way it works is that they get 50 whatever players, however many cards are in a deck. 52, I think. 52? 52 sounds right. And then what they do is that they assign each player to a card, right? So you get like the ace of spades or the 4 of clubs or whatever it is. And then your team is the clubs or the diamonds or the spades or whatever. So there's 4 teams. And you just randomly get assigned to a team. And then they draw for the goalies, which I think are the aces. So then you are every year, you don't get to pick your team. You have to just sort of end up on whatever team you get drawn into. And it's random every time. And then we play in a league run by the same people, so every season the teams are all mixed up, so we don't know what we're going to get. And then in that version they adjusted a little bit to make sure that it's a little bit more fair so that one team doesn't just get blown out. But in the tournament, you could have all of the best players or all the worst players. You never know. And it's kind of neat. It's a fun experience. It's a cool experience. Yeah, it builds a good community of people that are like, they know each other. They've been doing these tournaments for years together. It's a really good time. I have a lot of fun with it. This is my second time I've done that tournament. And I'll probably keep doing it. It's a good time. Yeah, they've done 15 of these. I've only done 2 of those 15 because I've only lived in Seattle for so long. But yeah. I'm also, like I said, I'm doing the Pride tournament in June. I believe those teams are randomly assigned as well. Although me and Puck did request to be on the same team together. Yeah. Yo, Terry97. Thank you for the 6 months at Tier 1 in the Clam Club VIP Lounge. Welcome back to the Clam Club VIP Lounge, where the Wi-Fi is always clean. Thank you so much for using your sub on me for 6 months. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Are me and Puck both on defense? No, I play defense and Puck plays wing. Yeah. It's pretty fun. I have a good time with it. Yeah, getting your name engraved on a cup is really cool. For the tournament but the league I play in, we got coffee cups. I think because we won, we got a coffee cup. Not so much. Yeah, I'm the D man. Exactly. The O man. But it's a good time. I know sports isn't necessarily everybody's thing, but for me, sports is like the only way that I've ever been able to like convince myself to work out or like be active, because this might be an ADHD thing. I have a hard time sticking to something unless I'm committed to something, like almost in like a social obligation. And the nice thing about team sports is that like I'm sort of, if I don't show up, then like A, I've lost my money, and B, people are relying on me to be there, right? You know what I mean? So that's like the only way that I can basically that's like the only way that I can actually convince myself to do it. Yeah, it's exercise where I'm not thinking about the exercise. I'm thinking about the game and the sport and like having fun like that, yeah. The ADHD is way too strong. Like, if you ask me to go to a gym and just lift weights, I cannot do it. I just don't want to. It's so boring. It's like actually so boring. There's just nothing interesting about it to me. At least with hockey, I'm on a team. There's a game being played. So the physical activity of it is sort of like the secondary aspect of it instead of being the primary. Instead of like, I'm doing this activity to get in shape, it's more like getting in shape is sort of like ancillary to the actual thing that happens. It's what you tried to do for Beat Saber. Beat Saber, the fact that it's a game changes a lot about it, right? That makes it so that you can actually like gamify your exercise, which is nice, but it's mostly arms. But then again, hockey's mostly legs, so I don't know. You got too frustrated with the game. I actually I've played Beat Saber once on somebody else's system, and I've never played it on mine. I keep wanting to do a Beat Saber stream, but then when I think about what to do on a Tuesday, I'm like, I've got other stuff to do. So I still haven't done a Beat Saber stream, but I'd like to do it. Just to be able to walk on a treadmill, you have to play videos or listen to music. I know somebody that lost a lot of weight because they would say, well, I watch YouTube videos after work every day. So instead of watching YouTube videos on the couch, I'm just going to put it on my treadmill and I'll run on my treadmill and watch YouTube instead. So you're still stationary, but like the distraction is there, which I think probably helps a lot. But it still wouldn't get it for me, I think, because like, while it's nice, it's still not a team sport and it's not drawing me there. The only exception I think I ever had to this was rock climbing. And rock climbing appealed to me because, and I haven't done it recently because of COVID and everything, but rock climbing really appealed to me because it's like a puzzle, right? Because like when you're rock climbing, you have to like look at the wall and figure out, oh, okay, I have to grab that rock and then I have to like put my body like this and whatnot. I think it's a little different. Yeah, rock climbing is so fun. I love rock climbing. It's so fun. I miss it. I want to do it again. I used to have this amazing rock climbing gym right by my work up in Canada. And so it was really easy for me to just drop by the rock climbing gym on the way home. Here, I think the nicest rock climbing gym is up by the University of Washington, which is a little bit of a hike away from home. So yeah. Have I done fencing? Not actually. I've messed around with somebody's fencing foil once and I have a scar on my hand because of it, but other than that, no. So not for real. You'll be interested in the Omni treadmill? Yeah, for VR, so you can stand in one place and just walk forever. That would be pretty cool. That would be really, really cool. I think I've seen those around. They seem really neat. Rock climbing is fun. You just can't go too high because you're seeing fear heights. Howdy Arts, have you considered bouldering? Bouldering only ever goes up to like 15 feet. So you can still drop like 15 feet, which is like one story or whatever, but it's not too tall. And the whole point is that you don't use ropes or anything like that. It's just free climbing. And so you never go too high because it would be too dangerous. But like, it's still really good. Bouldering is really, really nice. I boulder. I don't top rope. Top rope, you go up like 40 feet or whatever. But for bouldering, you never go up more than 10 or 15 feet. And it's still really difficult. Like the runs are really, really hard, but you can do them very quickly. You don't have to worry about the equipment. You just get in and you climb, and it's free climbing, and then you just jump down. It's really nice. Yeah, give me a holodeck for real, for real. You've lost the upper body strength to get back into it since you haven't done it in 3 years. Yeah, it's something you have to build up to. It's mostly like up in here in your forearms, right? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Falling on the mats is true. That is like the funnest part when you're at the top and you just fall down. It is a little scary sometimes when you slip. The one time I was doing like a pretty difficult wall and there was like a weight shift at the top of the wall. Like I was already 15 feet up, and to get to the end, you're like sort of over on one side. Like say I'm over here and I'm hanging on, but you're all squinched up. Like, cause you're like kind of crouched in this little rock, and you had to hold on to like here with like, it's a very narrow grip above you. And then you had to shift your whole weight to get your foot. You had to like literally launch over here to get your foot over onto another rock over here. And I had done this wall a few times, so I knew I could do it. It wasn't a big deal. But this time I like went this way and then my right foot slipped. And I didn't quite make it, and so I kind of did this thing. Instead of like going there, I tried to grip on as tight as I could to hold on, but instead I kind of just went like this, and I went whoop, and then I just like sort of flew to this side and then just fell off because my grip got loose, and I just went right down on my ass on the mat. And like people were like, holy crap, are you okay? And I'm like, oh no, I'm totally fine, I'm just sort of stunned. But it's fun, I really enjoy it. Hang on. There we go. But yeah, I want like a holodeck. It would be pretty cool. That would be like the dream, right? Just going on to a holodeck and doing whatever you want. That's like the actual dream. That's what I want. But the act of climbing, it is fun. You should try it out sometime. It's fun. You grew up playing in gravel pits and quarries, so never developed the proper techniques for rock climbing. But you could beat people in a race. The proper technique is basically just, and this is the thing that people get wrong all the time. When you're on the rock, people think that you're supposed to be like this, like, right? You put your arms up, and then like you're using your biceps and your forearm to hold yourself up like this. But that's not how you do it, actually. And this is what people get wrong a lot of the time, because you don't have to be that strong to rock climb. A lot of their climbing is in your core and in your legs. So what you're supposed to do is you go onto the rock, and then you have your fingers and you rest your skeleton on your fingers. You just let yourself hang from your bones. So you don't actually engage these muscles unless you're actively pulling yourself up, right? So like when you grip, you actively pull yourself up, but a lot of the times what you're trying to do is you're pushing with your leg and then you're helping with the hands. It's not about like pulling yourself up the rock. It's stepping up into the rock, right? That's how it's supposed to be. It's how you turn your arms into Mega Man blasters. It's mostly the forearms, actually. It's not in the bicep. It's mostly forearm. It's less hard on your arms than you think it is. It's literally like you hold there and then you step up into it and you grab the next rock, and then you step up into it, you grab the next rock. It's like not too hard. It's more of a puzzle than it's anything else. When you get into the really, really advanced ones, you have to have like really tight grip on your fingers. I think I just lifted myself off the freaking ground. There we go. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like you have to do it like pretty quickly, because if you don't, your forearms can get really tired. So like your grip strength kind of gets tired, and then you're not able to do it. Cosmic Fox really leveled up. Hi, Noxie, by the way. Hi. You're a Fumpking Wallaby? What's wrong with being a wallaby? You want to get your strength strong enough to pull up your own weight, though? Rock climbing is the easiest way to do that. Like, you just passively start climbing, yeah? You just passively start doing this, and like you start with your easy walls, and you're like, oh, it's really, really hard. But then after a while, like even if you just do it for like 2 weeks, you do it for 2 weeks, all of a sudden this becomes so much easier. You're able to hold yourself up. 2 weeks later, you just do it like 3 times a week. You just keep climbing, and you end up realizing like, oh wow, I can really hold myself up. And then you start doing like V1, V2s, V3s, and you keep getting like better passively, and you just sort of slowly gain it so you can like lift yourself up. I got to the point where I was really able to do chin-ups. It was a lot easier. You would sometimes swing your whole body so you could hook your toes into another crevice. That's so fun. Those are called what were those called? There's things where you like have to jump up to a rock and catch it. It's so fun. Those are so fun. Woody, you want to try now? It's been a long time since you climbed. Dude, I miss climbing so bad. It's one of my favorite things. It's so fun. All right, Pico, thanks for coming by. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for following. And thank you for and I hope you have a great day, rather. Nightbot will just randomly assign species sometimes. It just does that. Nightbot's weird. Is Nightbot still subbed? I don't even know. I might have to give Nightbot a sub again. I have to work on that. A comfortable navy blue red panda is pretty cute. That is cute. Yeah, lunges. Maybe they're lunges. They're called like aerobatics or I thought they had an A name. I don't really remember. Pretty sure exerting too much efforts while doing pull-ups is what your major vertebral artery dissect and caused your stroke. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, you're not supposed to try too hard. You're just supposed to like. That's what's nice about climbing, is that like there's so many different walls, and especially with bouldering, that like you don't have to start on like the hardest thing, and you don't have to be able to lift your entire body weight up to climb, because like I said, it's a lot in the legs. And as you do it, you can build up gradually. You don't have to be able to just hulk yourself up, right? Dino. Yeah, dino. Thank you. It's called a dino. Those are so fun. If you get the walls that have dinos in them, they're really, really fun. So what that means is that like you climb up part way, but then the next rock that you have to get to is too far away for you to just reach for. So the idea is you have like a grip like this, or maybe something else, and you're supposed to like literally yeet yourself up, and you jump, and then you grab the next rock, and you have to like cling to it, and then like put your feet in place. It's really, really fun. Jamil Rovas and Face Snow, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by, and thank you for the follows. Welcome on in. Oh, another blab. Yeah. Nope. There's a backflip option in here, I just noticed. Nah. We had a good pull-up bar in the garage, and we used to try to get strength on that part, even keeping at it for a couple good months, but it just... I don't think it's ever too late to gain strength, honestly, being too old. I've seen like 80-year-olds that are jacked out of their minds, so you will always be able to build muscle. That's not a real thing. In fact, the more you do it at a younger age, the easier it is to maintain when you're older. So that's definitely true. You were trying really hard. The best way to learn to do a pull-up is just to do it slowly. Like, the best way to do a pull-up is like have a pull-up bar in your house and don't try too hard. Just every day, just like try to do like 5 or 10. Just go in there and try to do 5 or 10 pull-ups. Don't try too hard. Just go in there and be like, okay, I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna pull up as much as I can and then go. Pull up as much as I can, release slowly. Pull up as much as I can, and just do that like 10 times a day. Just casually make it a part of your habit, and after like a few weeks you'll be like, whoop whoop whoop. It happens very, very fast, to be honest. But you pull up as much as you can, but you don't strain yourself. You go and then you hold it and you bring it down. Like, but you're not supposed to do it till like you're like red in the face. You're just supposed to like go and like put some effort in, and when it becomes difficult, you let yourself down slowly. That's the idea. Your wrist just feels like it'll come apart. Did you try to do a pull-up, Lurls? Is that what's going on? There's so many stories of 50-year-olds starting to exercise and getting the best shape of their lives. Yeah, it's literally never too late to start. Anybody can start working out. You can always do it. I'm not saying that you have to, but actually the reason I started getting into shape is because during college, like maybe when I was like 25, something like that, I started to feel like I was out of breath a lot when I was climbing the stairs because I hadn't been as active anymore. And I had this thought, I'm like, well, if I don't start getting in shape now, it's going to be so much harder down the road when I'm like much older. And so I was like, I really don't want to be in a situation where I'm like in my 50s and like I never tried. And it's gonna be so much harder to lose the weight then. So I'm just gonna do it now. And I really went hard. I lost like 50 pounds, and it worked out for me. But it's hard for like not everybody can do it. Some people have a harder time than others, but if you're eating healthy, you should be able to get to improve. Yeah, being really heavy hurts that a lot. Like, this is actually one of the things that bothers me about rock climbing, is that like if you go to a rock climbing gym and you see the kids there, the kids that weigh like 40 pounds, they will just scamper up a wall that is like impossible for you. They'll just climb it like it's nothing. And the reason is they're so small that they just don't have any body weight to carry up. So they could just climb whatever the hell they want. It's crazy. It's completely nutty. You really don't know where to start when it comes to an exercise routine. For me, what works for me is finding an exercise that I find fun and engaging. And it doesn't have to be running on a treadmill. It doesn't have to be lifting weights. It could be a sport. It can be bike riding. It can be running. It could be playing hockey, basketball, baseball, anything. Just anything to get you from doing nothing to doing literally anything. That's the way to do it. Is like, do you like a sport? Are you interested in it? Go try playing it. You might find it. And you'll start making friends on that team. You'll start like being encouraged to be there, things like that. Dancing could be fun. There's like the video games for dancing, like there's Just Dance. You could do that in VR even. I believe there is VR Just Dance, for example, which I think would be really fun for a lot of people. You'd get a lot of I've lost weight playing Just Dance before. Yeah, calorie counting matters a lot. Calorie counting is how you lose weight, but exercise is how you get healthy. Beat Saber is great exercise as well. Just being active in any way. That's how you do it. My friend I am visiting made me a workout routine so you could keep up with him better. Are you talking about Cosmic? Motivation is from not letting my friend down when I'm visiting. I know, like, when I visited Webby was like, you're not visiting Cosmic? I thought you were. I don't know anything about your life, Fox. Imagine Foxpaws visiting you. That would be weird, right? So weird. Why would Foxpaws go to Europe and see Cosmic Fox? That would be so messed up. But I know when I went to go see Webby does actively hike, and Webby was concerned that I wouldn't be able to keep up with Webby. But what was funny is that I was actually in a better place than Webby at the time, and so it went really well. Yeah. Imagine if I had asked. I don't care to butt in on the private parts of your life. Fox, you're allowed to do whatever you want. You don't have to tell me what your life is. Fox is visiting? No, Fox is not visiting us. Fox would never visit us. But yeah, that's how it worked for me to get exercise. I just, like I said, for hockey works for me. It just works really well for me. Yo, Emperor Phoenix, thank you for the 2 months at the Clam Club VIP Lounge. Welcome back to the Clam Club VIP Lounge, where the Wi-Fi is always clean. Thank you so much for resubscribing. Welcome back to the community. After conversations we had before, I'm happy to get to know you, but I'm not going to butt into your private life, Fox Paws. What are you talking about? What do you mean? You're on a diet and it helps a lot. Yeah, I dieted a lot. And I will say being smaller makes exercise easy. Being bigger, I really sympathize with people that are bigger that want to get in shape, but exercise is so difficult because when you're the larger you are, the more weight you have to move around. It's like strap a 50-pound weight to your chest and then try to do literally any exercise. Most people that are smaller wouldn't be able to do it. People that are bigger are out there trying to do it. So if you ever see somebody that's big at a gym and you think it's funny that they're struggling or sweating so hard, try strapping a 100-pound weight to your chest and see if you can do what they do. That's all I have to say about that. Never judge people for trying to get in shape. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. And dieting is how you get there, but dieting is hard too, especially when you have a whole lifetime of built-in eating habits that you have to break. It's tough. It's really, really tough. Yeah, that square cube law, it's tough, man. It's really brutal. When I was 50 pounds heavier, like I said, I was panting walking up the stairs. Now I'm much smaller and I'm much faster at hockey. I'm a better athlete because of it. But like every pound that you carry is so much more that you have to carry with you into exercise. It's so difficult, so difficult. Doesn't help that your work provides you with a ton of snacks just to go. Yeah, that could be a problem. At my company, actually, they always said that there was like a new hire 15-pound gain, just like back in college, because there's so many, like, you're going to bars, they're giving away snacks all the time, there's cookies in the break room and stuff. It's crazy. Being more weight doesn't make you less healthy as long as blood flows, you're fine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have no problem with people being overweight. Obviously, there are health problems that could come along with it. If they're not affecting you, that's fine. I think exercise is the best way to avoid a lot of that stuff. Your weight is less relevant as long as you're active. You know, a lot of the times active doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get skinny. It's not that easy. Some people have different metabolism. It's very difficult to lose weight for some people. But it can help a lot to keep your heart moving and keep your heart healthy. If your heart's not healthy, that's what's really going to get you, especially with weight. So just keeping moving helps a lot. And you might lose a few pounds. And those couple pounds might save your life, you know? But as long as you're moving, as long as you're still moving, I think you're still fine. Yeah. You're out here trying to gain pounds and live your full himbo dreams. I am happy to enable anybody that wants to be a cute himbo. Those are cuties. Silver hammer is so hard when there's so free snacks around. Yeah. My company's not that bad for the free snacks. Some companies out there are crazy. Gain pounds with semi-toned weight, not just all fat. Yeah. I agree. You should try to build some bulk with your chest, like in your muscles and stuff like that. But I know when somebody says they're trying to gain weight, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to gain fat. That could be they're trying to like bulk up. You don't know. But himbos are cute. We do stand a himbo king. Or a thembo. Or a shembo. Is a shembo a thing? Is there a girl equivalent to a bulky girl that's like a himbo? Like a himbo is like a big bulky dude that's got a pure heart. A herbo, yeah. Oh, my throat's trying to get there. Am I buff in real life? No. I'm pretty short. I'm pretty thin. I have pretty noodly arms. Like, these arms are pretty close to what my arms actually look like in real life. There's almost no definition in my arms. Maybe a little bit right here in the forearm. That's about it. I have really big legs because when I play hockey and I bicycle and all that kind of stuff, it really affects my legs. So I have pretty beefy legs. So I'm like the inverse of somebody that skips leg day. I never skip leg day and I always skip arm day. So I'm built like this. I'm built like a freaking triangle. Exactly. What kind of event can you come to Seattle and visit us for? If you come to A&W, yeah, we've got a convention. It's a lot of balance with the body as far as healthy because too much of anything hurts. Yeah, for sure. And yet pizza is so tasty, so I'll never be a twink because I can't not eat pizza. You know what I mean? How could you not eat pizza? It's impossible, man. You're working towards being a thembo, hella short and skinny at the moment. I mean, every body type I think is achievable as long as you want to work on it, yeah. Yeah, if you're going to come to Seattle, come during the summer where it's nice and sunny. Otherwise, it kind of gets rainy here. Yeah, it's all the cheese, right? How could you say no? It's so good. That's like my biggest weakness. And the reason I struggle to lose weight sometimes is I'm like, yeah, I could be skinny. Then there's pizza. And you're asking me to choose between being skinny and having pizza. And pizza is pizza. It's also touristy season, that's true. But also, you don't have to get rained on the entire time. So there's that. Can you get the 12-foot Adonis? Why stop at 12 feet? Exactly. And also, Foxpaws, I think you misspoke. I think you mean 12 inches, right? I think you want to be about this tall. Hi, Kodai. Welcome on in. Welcome. Look at my stars. Look at all this. Look. It's so starry. It's so cute. And if you go to the dark areas, I get real glowy. I'm like 20 inches tall. 12 plus 12 is 24. Plus 10... I'm 34 inches tall. I'll have you know. I'm 34 inches. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having people here too. The world is open. I tweeted out a link. You can go to the world. This world isn't, but it is in labs. Like I mentioned over before at the top of the hour, if you go to my Twitter and retweet my tweet, it would help a lot with my exposure for this world. We need to get it out of labs. So if you are here and you weren't here for earlier parts, please go to my Twitter, twitter.com/syncotter, and retweet my tweet if you can. It really helps any of that engagement or getting people into the world. Share the world with your friends. It helps get it out of labs so that more people can see it. The current Clam Club, the existing Clam Club, of course, out of labs, we have about 13 or 14,000 views on that world, I think it is, which is really, really good. It's been an amazing, massive success. So I'm really hoping that this world and this version also very, very popular. I don't know if it'll become as popular since it came later, but I am hoping. So yeah, please share with your friends. Is that our new redeem? It's math time. Can we like get a whiteboard and I'll try to do the best math I can? Fair warning, I barely remember how to do calculus. It's going to be a little scuffed. It's going to be a little scuffed. But yeah, if you can, please share the tweet. Please share the tweet. The link is there. If you can't find it, tweet at me or find me on the Discord, and I will try to get you a link to the world so that you can find it. But if you can't locate it within VR chat by searching for it in the Clam Club, where you'll find the Clam Club Day world, but the Clam Club Night world, you have to enable Labs worlds. So if you go to your settings in your settings map, in the very middle at the bottom, there's a button that says Show Labs content, and that's beta content basically. So my world is technically beta content, so you'll have to enable that to enable to find it. Otherwise you'll have to go find the link directly is how it works. Yeah. Yo, Dark Wizzy, how's it going? 9 months. Yo, it's our baby. What's our baby's name? I'm gonna put that baby right in the trash where it belongs, but you know. Thank you for 9 months in the Clam Club VIP Lounge. Welcome back to the Clam Club VIP Lounge where the Wi-Fi is always clean. The Clam Club right there. Yo, can I get a shout out for my friend Dark Wizzy? Welcome on in. Welcome. Yo, it's not the fact that it's Dark Wizzy's baby that I want to put in the trash. It's just that I'm no one's daddy, and so of course I'm stealing Cinder's bit a little bit here. But like for real, no babies. No babies. I'm nobody's dad or mom. Exactly. Screw them kids. Exactly. Yo, Wizzy, what do you think about my night mode world? Look at the sky. Look at the moon. Look at this. Doesn't this look chill as hell? Is this not a whole vibe and a half? Check this out. Look at this. Come over here. This is where we're watching the movie tonight. We're watching the movie tonight here at the outdoor amphitheater with the little fire over there, the stars in there. You got the little firefly, sorry, the Y-flies over here. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be really good. Yeah, night mode is really good. I love the night mode here. The daytime mode I love too, but I think a lot of people, there's people that like night maps specifically, especially when you're hanging out late at night. It can be really disorienting to like have perpetual sunset and like just be hanging out with people until it's like 3 in the morning. And then you get out and you're like, wait, why is it so dark? It's a little disorienting. Yeah, that's the thing about the otter models. Whenever you run, it like makes all your bones go like crazy. You able to show how they look up close when the Y flies? The Y flies I think are just a texture. Let me see if I can find one that's like not next to the edge of the map. Yeah, like these over here. They might actually be like at the map border, but yeah, I think the Y flies are just like, I don't know if you can see them. They're just little orbs. And they kind of just appear and disappear over the grass. They hang out over there. Ponder them. Ponder the Y-flies. They're really cute though. Yeah, they're just little particles, I think, that they just come out of there. Yeah, no, we didn't actually model any flies. They're just particles or light sources that sort of fly out over the grass specifically. And then there's another texture. I mentioned this earlier, but if you go down to the beach, hang on. Deal with my floppy nose for a second. If you go out to the beach and you look up, I don't know if you can see it on stream. I'm waiting for one to appear. There's Orion again. They all decided to not show up the second I got here. Where are they? There's some over there. Yeah, see? There's the wind textures. I think those are really, really cute. Yo, Epic Otter, thank you for 2 months.
Here's to another month. Sync.
Aw, thank you for 2 months, the Clam Club VIP Lounge. Welcome back to the Clam Club VIP Lounge, where the Wi-Fi is always clean. Welcome back to the community, buddy. Thank you so much. But yeah, these textures in the sky with the little wavy lines, they really, I don't know, they give like a really chill vibe. So you can like sit here and look at the sky and the stars, and like there's the wind, and I think it's like really, really good. It's like one of my favorite things about the world. There's so much. There's like little Y-flies over here. Excuse me. I'm getting that. I'm getting the. I've been streaming for 3 hours cough. The hockey game I've been playing, the hockey tournament, is in the cold, obviously, and it really affects my throat because my throat is so dried out, and so I've been getting a lot of congestion in my throat. I'm starting to feel it. It's not like I'm sick. It's just, oh my gosh, here it comes again. Excuse me. Yeah, it's not that I'm sick. It's just it really impacts my my dry throat, unfortunately. One last game this weekend, and then I'm done for the week. Thankfully, I do play again Thursday, but other than that, yeah, that I've been streaming for 3 hours. Choke because I haven't. I got no water here. I gotta get some water. You gotta go get to Trenville before dinner. All right, Foxpaws, thanks for coming by. I will see you tonight for the movie night. Okay, there we go. I think I got it out of my throat a little bit. But yeah, got another half hour left, a little bit less than that. And then we'll raid into somebody, and I will go play hockey. And then I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna watch a movie together right here. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see what other people think, because I love it. Oh my gosh, it's like right there. What are we watching tonight? Go to the Discord. I cannot talk about it on Twitch. Unfortunately, it's just not something you'll understand when you go look. Toe beans. Okay, I guess we can. Hang on. I gotta find a place to toe bean. We haven't done toe beans all stream. This is a brand new toe beans. Oh my god, it's like in my throat now. It's getting me, man. Ugh. Beans. Oh my god, I can feel it. Like it's in my voice now. Eh. Give beans. We got the glowy feet beans. Get some water then? See, the problem is that requires me to like go over there to the kitchen and get water. And then I have to like drink the water. And that's hard in VR. Because then I have to like try not to spill it all over my face because I'm in VR. When I could just like suffer through it for another 20 minutes and then go offline and get water. Which is much more likely for me to do. If I enable risky scripts or whatever, you can grab me tonight in VR. No, I won't do that. Just don't hurt myself. Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry. Like I said, oftentimes when I get when I play hockey, the next day I get really dry throat and it irritates me. I'll get like a sneeze because like my entire nasal cavity basically is like all dried out, and so it often sounds like I'm sick after a day of me playing hockey, but I'm fine. I'll be fine. Real feels like a dig at you. It's literally not. I'm just not enabling risky scripts on my world. It's not happening. Yeah, I do try to have a water bottle with me too, but it's a little awkward when I'm streaming in VR versus when I'm playing VR. When I'm playing in VR, I always have a drink with me, but when I'm streaming VR, it's always a little different. I'm always only going for a few hours. I've never gone in VR for like more than like 4 hours on a stream, I think. But it's just because like I don't know where I am in physical space, so I don't know where my drink is and whatnot. I think my husband is gonna force feed me some water right now. I hear him in the kitchen. Choosing to do nothing and suffer is the easy path. Exactly. But yeah, no, the risky scripts thing is a conscious decisions that we made with my world maker, because I didn't want to put anybody at risk of like being like motion sick or being abused. Because one of the things that we talked about with the Clam Club was we were like, well, what if we added the ability to go swimming? Like you could actually like do the swimming script and move around in the water in 3D space. We denied that idea or we decided not to go with it because it can impact a bit, like it's abusable and people can literally like just yeet somebody into the sky and like take over their character. And that's not, I wanted people to feel safe here. So I didn't want that to be like something that would impact people. So I tried to disable that stuff as much as possible personally. Hi, TJ Cartoons. Welcome in. But yeah, that's why that decision was made, basically. Upload your avatar with just seat just for you? No. Why would I do that? Ah, that's so cold. Oh my gosh. My husband has bought me water. Hang on. Because it's easy and free. Again, this goes back to what Rosillo said earlier, where they're like, oh, you can just take your model and change it and do this with it. And I'm like, you don't understand. I'm a big dum-dum. I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on, there's water now. Ah. Oh my god, that feels so good. Webby, hi! What the heck? How's it going? Are you gonna join us for VR movie night tonight? You just finished your album? Yo, can I get a shout out for Webster who just finished their album? What movie? I can't talk about it. Fox, don't say that. Fox, delete your own message. What the hell? You're gonna get me Monka DMCA'd. It's private. Shut the hell up. Turn that off. Oh my god. You can't delete your own? Oh my god. What time? It's at 7 your time, I think. It's at 7 o'clock. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to, I swear to god, my mods can't even control themselves. I don't know if I can delete your message. I don't know how to do this. Messages. I think it comes up on the freaking website or something. I don't know. I don't know how to change this, you absolute Dumbo. Yeah. The power of mods is too strong. So true. So true. How are you supposed to know a secret? Think about it for 5 seconds. Just curious, why does it say non-binary? I know what that means. It means no sex, but have gender qualities. No, okay. So to me, I've talked about this before, but non-binary means that I don't identify strongly with either gender identity. I don't really feel like presenting as male or female feels right to me. So like, I like to wear clothes that are pretty agendered. I like to wear to appear that way. Oh my god, my voice is just fricked right now. In general, I like to just sort of like have some sort of ambiguity there. When I was young, I always was jealous of like that girls got all this color in their clothing, but it felt frustrating to me that like I wasn't allowed to wear like a cute hoodie or something like that, because then I would get bullied for being weird or whatever like that. And then I also feel like there's so many male gender stuff that feels so gross to me, like behaving certain ways or dressing certain ways or wearing certain hairstyles. That's always bothered me. In a big way, this is a style thing for me. It comes down to body image a little bit as well. But that's where I feel with it. You've never heard pronounced ambiguity? Ambiguity? I don't know. Everybody always makes fun of me for how I pronounce stuff, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You give mega gender envy. I'll give you that. Heck yeah. Ambiguity. I don't know. People always make fun of me for the way I say stuff. Sounds like Youngblood. He does not put things into boxes. Yeah, I really like to not put stuff into boxes. Like, in general, I'm non-binary and pansexual. I really try with my life to avoid containers for my life, or identifying like distinct walls for myself, or barriers, you know what I mean? I like to sort of like put myself in a place where like if I want to do anything, I can do it. If I want to wear that clothes, I can. If I want to behave a certain way, I should be able to. Instead of like trying to tie down identities to some sort of construct of like English language, I think that's just sort of like not how I prefer to be. Hey, yeah, what's up? Ambiguity. Is that how people say it? Ambiguity instead of ambiguity? Ambiguous? I don't know. It's ambiguous, but it's not ambiguity. I don't know. You're not done a proper skin with the substance painter, but you finished with this horrifying meme modder. You can't show it in VR because the shorts don't work right now and it looks hella sus, but I'll post some screenshot of it in Unity in the VR screenshots at the Clam Club. Hell yeah. I'm excited to see this horrifying model. So excited. Yeah. I'm actually sitting down right now because I got tired. My leggies are tired and I got hockey soon, so I'm trying to rest my legs a little bit. So we're sitting down by the amphitheater over here. I think you were right with the most interesting one. This is the problem, is if I will just say something naturally, right? And then people will be like, why did you say it like that? And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I start thinking about it, and then I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And then I start questioning how I said it, and then someone will say, oh, it's pronounced like this, and I'm like, wait, did I not say that? And they're like, no, you said it this way. And then I stop being able to say it that other way. Ambiguity. 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 Ambiguous. Ambiguous. I don't know. It's one of them. It's something like that. Ambig booty. Exactly. That's true. I literally... Oh my god, my voice. I literally can't remember what I said 5 seconds ago. You can't expect me to remember how I pronounce anything. Don't be ridiculous. That's completely absurd. You're asking too much of me. I don't have enough RAM. Water. It's amazing how the English language has been built on, but I would say that doesn't change a human for being a human. There is good with having diversity on things, but that shouldn't diverse human race or value each to every human in reality. I mean, people can identify however they want. I don't really care how people identify. I've always sort of been a live and let live kind of person. I don't really care. How I choose to identify and present is in a very non-binary way. And to be honest, it even bothers me to put myself in the box of saying, oh, non-binary. The truth is, I'm just like, screw all of this language, basically. I don't care. I just want to be me. And whatever me is whatever. It doesn't matter. I can either be a girl or a boy or a non-binary or a nothing or an ant. You know what I mean? Who cares? Like, I don't know why people get so up in arms about it. It doesn't matter to me. That's why I choose non-binary. The probable truth is agender, probably. I say non-binary because sometimes I do like to feel a little bit more masculine or feminine. But probably the actual truth is agender. I'm not sure. Not trying to be controversial, but Youngblood opened my mind about how you dress or if you're gay or bisexual. Just to me, saying that gay is wrong is like saying if you don't have a girlfriend you're a loser. I love Youngblood. He's a singer. Okay, yeah. I mean, I sort of agree. It's like you should be able to love or be with anybody that you want. Doesn't matter. I don't think that's controversial. At least not to me. I think you should be able to do whatever you want. Isn't agender technically a gender? And that's what I mean. It frustrates me that you're putting yourself in a box even though you're trying to not put yourself in a box. You know what I mean? So there becomes a word for the box that you're trying to put yourself in, even though you're like, screw the boxes. I don't want the boxes. You know what I mean? You say agender, but what I mean is dealer's choice. I sort of agree. Like, I've said this before. If you call me he or she or they or somewhere in between, none of that bothers me. If somebody perceives me as feminine, that's fine. If somebody perceives me as masculine, I'd be surprised, but that's also fine. You know what I mean? But yeah. If you hide an otter's tail, they have a little butt crack. So true. So true. Yeah, you don't like labels? What should we call that? Well, how about people who don't like labels? It's so weird. It's such a weird concept, right? Like, we try to put... Like, that's the thing about language, is that we try to put a word or a box for everything. But I honestly just don't think we need boxes for everything, you know? You identify with he, him, but sometimes you get called miss when you grow your hair out. I actually, I contacted a stylist that I found on a trans website because I want to get a less gendered haircut. And now it's not the cheapest haircut I've ever gotten in my life, that's for sure. Might be the most expensive one, actually. But they actually told me that they want me to grow my hair out for like 3 to 6 months before they even will cut it. So they won't even touch my hair unless I cut it out. I grow it out so that they have more to work with. So I guess I'm growing my hair out again. So I have they have a consultation with me like 3 months from now, because I cut my hair like a month and a half or something ago. What was it, March? Almost 2 months, I guess. I think it was in March, something like that. Not needing foxes for everything? Yeah, we don't need foxes for anything either. Society has grown past the need for foxes. Sorry foxes. I hate to say it, but that's just the way it is. 2 things we've grown past: Ohio and foxes. It's May, wasn't it just February? I feel that way every year. So, question, are you concerned what people call you or you identify as? If you're not wanting to be put in a box, then why even try to call any identity? I don't really care. I would prefer one thing. This is different for different people. For me, I don't really care. If people call me she, her, they, them, he, him, it doesn't really matter to me. And what you're saying is right. Why try to change your identity at all? It's because I don't want to be tied down into one of those things. And so by identifying as non-binary personally, what that allows me to do is just sort of not be tied down by that. It's really just a way for me to, like, it's almost psychological. It's like it allows me to embrace something that pushes me towards a different way of feeling. It's a little bit of a mindfulness thing, probably. I think it's validating for a lot of people to feel that way or say that way. I think it matters to me because it makes me feel a certain way, right? And I think people's feelings need to be respected, you know? And if you're the kind of person that you feel like you need to be called they, them because it makes you feel more yourself, then that's important. And if that's important to that person, then you should respect that, you know? People's identity matters to them a lot. And it's not just a gender thing. It's like, if somebody perceives themselves as being like a punk rock person, and then you call them a poppy person, they're going to be upset by that. Or if they are identified as some geographical feature, say they think that they're from the Pacific Northwest and they call themselves a Northwesterner, or even an American, those things are important to a person, as important as they want it to be, right? You could be from the Pacific Northwest and not call yourself that because you don't feel like it identifies you. Or you could be an American but not be proud of it and just not identify with that topic. You know, and you could call yourself something else, and that is important to you and you identify, right? How you identify. Yo, Jerb, how's it going? Hi, how's it going? Welcome to my world. How's it going? Hi, everybody. Hi. We were just having a discussion about gender topics. How's it going? Yeah, I'm an otter too. Hello. Can I get a shout out for Jerb if I have a mod still in chat? Yeah, just so you guys know, this world is available to anybody. It's open right now. It's in labs. So if you'd like to visit the night mode of my world, it is, you'll have to enable labs. You can search for the Clam Club, or you can go to my Twitter at twitter.com/syncotter, and you can find a link to this world. Yeah. Yo, Shroom Cow Frog, Gloom Deer, and Hoyantis? Hoy-Anutis. Hoy-Anutis. That sounds right. Welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by. Welcome, welcome. How the heck is it going? You want to blap? We can blap. Look at those glow whiskers. You like my eyes? I got the scan line eyes too, and the glowy thing, and the glowy here, and the glowy beans, and the glowy beans. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yo, can I get pause up for the Raiders? Everybody knows the Raiders always get free beans. Here's your free beans, Jorb. Yeah, beans. The beans. We got the glowy beans in this chat. And I try to make sure, I don't have the auto thing on, but I'm supposed to try to get my community to pause up. Pause up for the Raiders. Pause up, pause up, pause up. So lewd. I could never be lewd. That's not me. That's not my vibe. Buzzle Po, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for coming on by. And Synced Pika, welcome to the Clam Club. Yo, we have the same name. Sync. Welcome on in. How's it going? Kind of caught me pretty near the end of my stream, but welcome on in. If you're into otter content, I should introduce myself. I literally didn't do that. Thank you, Jerb. I barely even met Jerb. I said hi to them on their stream because I saw that they were streaming from my house. Jerb was in my recommendeds, and I saw literally that they were in my house back there, and I was like, whoa, you're in my house. And they were like, yeah, I stream from here all the time. This is my world here. I didn't make it. I commissioned it, but it's representative of the Clam Club, which is my my follower and my subscriber base. That's what we call them, the Clam Club VIP Lounge, and it's a beachside resort. It's made for little otters and stuff. You could see this little cute amphitheater over here with little fire and stuff. I like this place. But I'm Sync. I'm a variety streamer. We stream on Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Usually Tuesdays are my VR stream, but since I was launching this today, we're doing a VR stream today. We do some Pokemon content. We do chill simulator games. We do puzzle games. We do scary games sometimes. In our community, we also do VR hangouts. We do VR movie nights, and we do game nights sometimes. So if you feel free to stick around if that sounds good to you. I'm also a scientist in real life. Every once in a while, we break down some scientific topics. I'm a biochemist. Welcome in. Welcome. Do otters eat mussels and clams? You do. There's clams on the beach. Jerp, I don't know if you ever noticed this. There's a, if you go out to the beach, there's little clams in the shore. You can pick up the clams. Zeus and that one Bean, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swimming on by. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. We were just talked. My tongue should be picked up, I know. Furries are some of the smartest people. It's true, it's true. There's that great tweet of like, furries be like, ooh, I'm just a dumb animal, and then be a rocket scientist in real life. It's so true. Can I do a blep from a side view? I haven't done these in like a while. My avatar dynamics haven't been updated, so my tongue kind of flops around through my skull a little bit. My whiskers are so floppy right now. It's a little weird. Furries are pretty well educated. This is pretty true. but it's I think it's a function of like a lot of people. There's a lot of smart furries. A lot of them are like very introverted and are like to learn a lot. So I think that has a lot to do with that. But yeah, your otter's tail is like literally jello because of it. I know I need to fix it, but I don't know what I'm doing, so it's a little rough. Meeting furries, you noticed that they were nice and really nice. Yeah, a lot of furries tend to be really nice. I know a lot of furries that were like not very popular as kids, and they're looking to just be friendly and have friends. So yeah. I am they, them. This is true. This is actually what we were talking about right before you got here. We were talking about like gender topics in society and why I identify as they, them. And like how it just sort of like, you know, I think if people want to be called something, they should be respected for doing so, you know? But yeah, I hope I got you your shout out. Unfortunately, it's really tough for me to do shout outs in VR. I have a bot that I want to implement that will auto shout out my VRs or my shout outs. Which I'd like to do, but unfortunately I'm very, very busy writing a paper that we're publishing at the end of the month for my scientific job, plus like these hockey tournaments and stuff that I'm in. So yeah, thank you. If it's fine for me to say my view on this, I can see your concern to not be identified as somebody as some natural state, and good to want to not be partial to any person. The trouble I face is that I am someone who wants to look at truth, and with our language there's just words for either gender, and would break my own consciousness to try and change on that, but try to show respect and consider for anybody I talk to. So Rosillo, like, the way I view this is that, like, I understand that it can be difficult when you learn a certain language and you feel like things are a certain way, and you can say, oh, that's a boy or that's a girl, and those are constrictive words. And what you mean by those words can be different things, right? So what one person means when they say something can be very different to what somebody else intends, right? And that's the difficulty with language in general. When I say non-binary or I say whatever gender, what I mean by that is what they are presenting as and what they choose to be as a title, right? This is different from the topic of biological sex, which is a scientific thing that you could say, right? You could say somebody is scientifically or biologically identifiable by their gene state, right? But that's different than what they mean when they say non-binary, or what they say when they say I am a boy, or when they say I am a girl. That is what makes them feel proper to them, right? Because, like I said, as a boy, you're not necessarily allowed to wear skirts, or you're not allowed to wear nice clothes or whatever, or you're maybe not able to like do makeup or whatever. That is a social construct, right? That is what people when they say that thing. That's what they mean when they say that, and that's where people get confused. Some people think that, oh, well, if I say that gender is this one thing, that all of a sudden that we're throwing some sort of societal construct out of the window. But that's not what anybody wants, right? Nobody gives a crap. The truth is that genetics and science exist in a way that there is. But genetically, there are mixed sexes as well. There are hermaphroditic people. There are genes that make people XYY or triple X or whatever. And the truth is that the concept of male or female or boy or girl came from a place in the past where we didn't understand scientifically what it meant to be gendered one way or the other, or be sexed one way or the other. We decided to put these things in a box before we understood them. And now that we understand them more, and we understand that people don't necessarily identify or feel a certain way, including when their genes or their physical representation don't match what we've decided as a society to make that box in, it makes dysphoric people. And that can really mess with people for their ability to feel or emote or like present themselves in society, right? And it can lead to depression. It can lead to really bad things for people. So allowing those people to identify whatever way that they choose, that's really important for that, right? When I came out as non-binary, it gave me the strength and the ability to change what I appeared to people. I felt freed to be able to dance a little bit more in feminine space and explore that idea of myself and like what I really meant for myself. But those social constructs can really restrict what people feel about themselves, right? Exactly. Language is descriptive, not prescriptive. That's exactly what I mean. You don't really care about other races or language. I just hate the fact that America tries to convey that they are free and the smartest, and I don't feel like this country is free. I mean, that gets into politics stuff. I don't know. Like, I just, like I said, I feel like anybody should be able to identify or be whatever they want, whatever makes them feel healthy, right? That's my thing. Pink, whoa, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swinging on by. And Hoya Nuts, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming by, too. Language is descriptive, not prescriptive. So using your own language's structure to justify transphobia is just kind of bigotry. I mean, like, I try not to phrase these in ways that like make people feel bad for like understanding the world in a different way, because maybe they were taught a different way. They might have felt a different way or were raised a different way. And this is being honest with myself, I was raised in a very closed-minded place in the world, where we aren't taught a lot to open up to other people's ideas or understanding of the world, right? And it took me a long time to break out of that, and it's part of what made it so hard for me to identify as even like attracted to men or women or other genders in general. I'm pansexual because I don't really believe that gender exists personally. I just don't think it's a thing. Yeah. Are my streams usually this deep? They can be, especially these VR streams. We tend to chat. I've done a lot of talking about my gender and how I feel about it in my streams. Yeah, in my VR stream specifically. Usually when we're playing video games, it gets a little more silly. Hi, Hunter. Welcome in. Humans will be humans. But yeah, my perspective on this is very much just like, let people be whatever they want. Let them be happy. You know what I mean? If they want to call themselves a boy, let them be a boy. If they want to be a girl, who cares? Like, a lot of language is just messed up. And like I said, we invented this language before we really understood what it would imply. You know?
Hot heart.
I may not have a good experience in this, but isn't there DNA that's binary, that like there's no way to both switch your DNA because it's more on or off? Yes, you can change the organs or mutate it in both. No, actually, it's not that simple. So this is actually something that a lot of people don't understand about genetics. Genetics are mutable, they are changeable, and not always the same among people. There are a lot of people that have triple X genes or XXY. You can be a female presenting person with XXY genes. Okay, the Y is the male gene, right? But you can be a female presenting person with 2 copies of the X gene and a Y gene. That is a real thing that happens. And those people, sometimes they're hermaphroditic, sometimes they present just completely female, but they have a Y gene in there that is affecting their actual presentation. And they may look more androgynous or something like that. And then those people may develop certain things. They may develop male or female or both reproductive organs. We don't know. It depends. It's not as black and white as a lot of people understand. Like, I am literally a geneticist, so I'm trying to explain this in a way that it works for people, but yeah. So it's not so simple. A lot of people think that this is just like, I feel this way, but the truth is genes, even if you have a gene that's silenced or downregulated, that can change over the course of time, right? Like, you could have a gene that is downregulated when you're born, and that changes when you're older, or it can change multiple times over your life. It happens a lot, all the time, yeah. Tunip and Draconic Eva, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for coming on by. You can have genetic chimerism where you have 2 different sets of genes. This can happen, yeah. A lot of these gene mutations are fatal, but those that aren't lead to a lot of really weird situations. Over time, you could have like your entire one hormone set that is muted during puberty. Some people have it where like one gene set will activate and the other isn't, and then those people could be completely different, but yeah. It's very easy for us to fall into this state where we think that the world is as binary and black and white as we think it is when we were taught these things in like high school or whatever, because we don't do a really good job of explaining all these things. But the truth of the matter is that like a lot of these things are far more complicated than people realize they are, yeah. Some genes have pockets and some don't. So true, so true. Lemon Poppy Seed Games, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for coming on by, welcome. I be muted? I am not muted. Yeah, can't a gene be hidden in your DNA and it can come up later in your children? Yeah, that can also happen, actually, because of something called methylation of your DNA. This happens when you make gametes as well. Whenever you make sex, so an egg or a sperm, right? Those things, they can have down-regulated or muted genes with like methylation, or it could be wrapped around a histone, so it's inaccessible. And that can change over time for sure. Like, it could even happen where like you mutate randomly due to one time or another, and then in your body some gene that you never used before all of a sudden is activated, and then that's how cancer happens, right? So yeah, what I do know, what drives depression is not being content or thankful for what you have. I do know that being thankful does help a lot. I think okay, Rosillo, I'm not trying to change your mind on necessarily anything. I think you're free to think whatever you like, and that's fine. And I don't want to tell you whatever. Like, I'm not the kind of person that's going to try and convince somebody of one thing or the other. But I think there's also a misunderstanding of what depression and emotions feel, or what they are too, because being in a state of your life where you are consistently in a situation where you are frustrated with something, think of it like there's a task that you want to accomplish, but you don't know what that task is, right? And you just have generalized anxiety and you can't place why. And then something comes along and it feels right? So you're like, oh, wow, it turns out I really like this type of video games and I didn't know that. Or I like this kind of book and I didn't know that, or whatever. It's something that you could identify about yourself that you're like, hey, you know what? This actually does make me feel like a different person. And you just don't know. It's about self-discovery, right? And I think that people should be free to do whatever they want in that regard. You know, we've never batted an eye as a society when people chose to pierce their body, tattoo their body, to complete very major dramatic changes in their body, do gauges in their ears, or any number of things, right? And so the concept of saying that we are not in our right to do whatever we want to our bodies if it makes us feel or look a certain way that makes me feel right, who cares, right? Nobody's hurting anybody. Even if, I guess this is my point, even if you are the kind of person that believes that guys are guys and girls are girls, okay? Say that's your viewpoint as a world. If that's true, then who cares if so-and-so decides that they want to modify their body to look female? Who cares? Does that affect you in literally any way? No. The same way that it wouldn't matter if somebody pierced their ears or their tongue or put a tattoo on their body. It's their body. So why should you care? It doesn't affect you, you know? And if somebody asked, this same goes back to how I feel about, like, if you identify as an American, or you identify as, you know, a punk rocker, or you identify as an artist, or whatever, you've given yourself this title. That's all it is. It's a title. You have ascribed a title to yourself, and you are proud of that title, and you are in your right to feel that way. And if somebody asks you to call them an artist, you call them an artist. And if somebody asks you to call them a guy, you call them a guy. Who cares? What difference does it make? You know what I mean? You've given almost no effort to help somebody feel better, you know? And depression can be chemical. Depression can definitely be a chemical problem with your body. It can be a genetic problem. But depression can happen over time too, you know? There's responsibilities on every action, ever they're good or bad, and I think of much later, much later, that may not see it in this life, or what happens and impacts for oneself. I mean, like, but again, if somebody chooses to do something to themselves and it impacts their life, then it's their life to do that. Depression can be passed down. That's a real thing. It makes them think about things. It makes them think about things they are actually currently privileged to never have to reconsider. I guess, yeah. I guess it's like one of those things like, oh, I don't have to consider this, and it makes me have to think. I don't know. I really try hard not to, like, dismiss people's perspective on things. I understand that it can be, I was that person. I actually, unfortunately, was a very, I didn't understand trans people for a very, very long time. It was something I really struggled with. But as a person, I grew and understood that these people felt something or felt different in the way that they wanted to be. And my worldview now is just, you know, let people live, let people do whatever they want, and that helped me discover what I felt like as a person, you know, and that's fine, you know. Not everybody feels that way. I don't want to dismiss somebody's feelings. It's hard to learn or hard to change those feelings. It's how we were built, how we were raised, and it can be really, really hard. Yeah, I think it's something that it's important for you to understand. Everybody has a different worldview, and I respect that, you know. And I don't mind that, you know. I don't think that everybody has to believe every single type of way, but I think that it's important to me that people don't oppress people or treat people differently because of the choices they made, right? So, for example, as a person, I am not a conservative person, straight up. You probably get that impression by knowing me. I don't understand religion, right? I don't really understand the point of it, but it is everybody's right to choose to be religious, and that doesn't bother me. If you choose to be religious, that's totally fine. It is your right to do so. But it's not your right to choose how somebody else lives their life, right? That's the difference. The hardest thing you had to learn about school is that sometimes you will not be accepted for some stupid reason, and I have so many bad experiences with this, and most of the time, teachers don't do anything about it. Yeah, that happened a lot for me as a kid, too. Go bullied for being gay and also get the wrong pronouns. It can be really difficult, yeah. Best thing for anyone to do is, or what I try to avoid ever, is just never condemn anyone. That's the thing. It's like, I have no issue with people, for example, being religious or Christian. It doesn't matter to me. How you choose to believe and live your life is of no business to me. But the line that I cross is that you have no right, regardless of what your beliefs are, to control what somebody else believes or how they feel. How they feel is their own individual experience, and you have no right to choose that for them. If that means changing their body, identifying as a different gender than what they were assigned at birth, if that means, piercing the body, putting a tattoo on, if that means identifying as a punk rocker, being Christian, being Muslim, any of these things, you have no right to choose that for them. None. That's how I feel. You believe in God, but don't believe in the Bible, and it's your right to think that. It's completely your right. It is like your life, and you get to choose. Everybody has that right for their life. You got to let people do their stuff. Like, I think obviously there are actions, but I also think, okay, I don't think that you should discriminate people for their choices either. Like, for example, if somebody chooses to change their gender, you should not change their life for them. Like, you should not be able to, not hire them for a job or whatever. Like, if somebody gets a cool face tattoo, screw it. They could do that. Like, it's up to them. I don't know. It's kind of messed up. Like I said, you live your life. Live your life and, like, chill. You know what I mean? Just everybody chill out and be fun.
The chaos
have a good
gremlin
time.
Ott speaks the truth. Sinkot hug.
More people should get face tattoos. Get face tattoos. Get piercings. Live your life. Let yourself look however you want, And that's the thing. And I don't mean to make anybody feel uncomfortable in my stream or however they feel. People are going to feel however they like, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Just don't let that inform who your friends are, and don't let that inform, like, who's allowed to be a person, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, and Rizillo, again, it's your right to believe those things. I know that. But, like, I may not agree with what you feel. There are certain things I don't tolerate. I tend not to get along with fairly conservative people because I hold a lot of feelings and opinions that are much more liberal, like, universal health care and rights and stuff like that. And there are certain things that I find immutable, like, the treatment of every race being identical. Like, we should be universally treating everybody. I am very anti-racism, right? If anybody comes across as racist, I don't tolerate that in my life because I don't see that as an acceptable position. You should never be able to judge somebody based off who they are as a person, like as a race or anything like that, or sexuality or gender or stuff like that. Those are immutable. If somebody is the kind of person that's going to go out there and say, like, oh, I hate this kind of person, I don't tolerate that. That's not an acceptable life view to me. You know what I mean? But I don't really give a crap if somebody feels like they're religious or feel like this, that, or the other thing. And, like, even on topics that are a lot spicier, like, for example, like abortion, which is a very topical thing right now. My perspective on this is, if you as a person choose to not partake in this part of society, that's fine. And if you as a person choose to partake in this part of society, that is also fine. Live your life, but don't impact what other people choose to do. Because what they choose to do with their body and their life is their problem. Get your nose out of their business and live your life. That's how I feel. You're not racist because a family member that would have it be another race. I mean, that's one thing, but, like, again, it's different to be, like, not racist or anti-racist. But anyway, Yeah, gender identity in the UK is a protected characteristic. Also true in Canada. I don't think in America that's true. It should be, but it's not. But yeah. How people have the audacity to bully somebody when they don't know what person is going through. I know, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, get your nose out of people's business and let them live their life. I try my best. I try. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like, there's a lot of things that, like, myself and a conservative person would never get to be agreeing on. I've tried to talk with people that do hold those positions, and, you know, sometimes they don't go well. I think it depends on whether people are just, like, again, more sort of open-minded in general, and they have the ability to sort of allow themselves to think about people's from different perspectives. And I do find, like, a lot of times you get into conversations like that where there's just not the ability to do so, but I don't know. Anyway, when is this hockey game? It's 3:45, 3:15? 3:15. We gotta leave in 15 minutes? My gear is packed, so it's okay. But I probably should get going in a second here. But yeah. The big thing I try to do is just, like, or try to tell people, don't use people's opinions to weaponize against them. There's a lot of straw man arguments that go around with people, and instead of just, like, opening your mind and talking to people about it, you know, I feel like people don't give people the respect. There's a lot of nuance that people don't understand. Like, you know, I know a lot of conservative people will, like, be anti-healthcare and all this kind of stuff. They think private insurance is all good, but I think the misunderstanding there is that we don't listen to each other's perspectives sometimes. And I think if people did that, they'd find they agree on things much more than they don't. You know what I mean? It's just that nobody is giving the opportunity to do that because people don't get to the point of the argument. You know what I mean? Like, for example, universal healthcare is literally just cheaper than private healthcare. And that's been demonstrated by other countries over and over and over again. But in America, we just won't do it because we just get lobbied. And we're like, oh, but the private insurance does a good job. And then they get lied to. And it's like, oh, yeah, but the public insurance takes forever to you get worse care. And it's literally just not true. But, like, you've been told something. So you're just going to defend it to your death. I don't know, man. It's messed up. You try to ask anyone to reach out. What is the truth? Do we really know what to look for in what is true rather than what we just want to be true? There's some to that too. A lot of what people hold as world beliefs is just that. It's a world belief. You feel a certain way and then you try to be that way. I don't know. Andre INF, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for swinging on by. Welcome. You have a cynical look on things. You must admit, I look and see on everything has its pros and cons, but I think that why do people do the things that they do? Because they have freedom, and that has its pros and cons in life. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of individualistic thought, I think, and an individualistic goal seeking in the world. And I think if people just thought more about, like, how their actions affected other people, the world would be a better place. Like, instead of, like, constantly thinking about, like, what your actions are going to do to further your life, instead of, like, thinking about, like, for example, taxes and public health care and things like that. Like, I don't think people really understand that sometimes, not just sometimes, all the time, that caring about your society in general, not just you as an individual person, actually helps you as a person. Like, I don't think people get that, like, if you funded education and gave teachers more money and education more money, that you would have an education system that then made a generation of more intelligent, well-trained kids, that then the next generation would have more ideas and be able to build a better economy. And then overall, you would have liberals who like the education, right? More education for kids. And then you'd have conservatives who'd like, hey, look, the economy's so good. It's difficult to me to understand why people don't bridge that gap and just think about that way, where it's like, you know, you're investing in something, you're investing in the future. When you're investing in healthcare, you're investing in the future of your country. You're keeping people healthy, and those people are your economy. That's what drives the power of the dollar of your country. And so to say, oh, well, those people should have to work for their healthcare, well, they need to have healthcare to work, you know? And by investing in those people, you now have smarter people that are healthier, that live longer and contribute to your economy for longer. So your liberals get your health care, and then the conservatives get their money. And like, I don't see where the gap, I don't understand. I've never understood this. It's like, literally, this is the same side of the same coin that we're just yelling at each other over. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? You've been listening to this live for 30 minutes? Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming by. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Like, there's so much, there's no nuance to it that people are listening to listen to. It doesn't make any sense. Billionaires get less money, uwu. So true. All right. All right, this is a crazy discussion. I love having it. But I do need to go to hockey in like 10 minutes. So I gotta stretch and change into my gear. So I'm gonna probably raid you guys into somebody. If you guys like the vibes and you like the discussions, hit that follow button. Stick around, you know? Come hang out with me sometime. We have conversations like this quite often when we're in VR chat. I like to talk about stuff like this. Hope this wasn't too hot button of an issue for you guys. I try to keep it chill vibes. My community in general, I try to keep really wholesome. I really like to have people happy here, people that are friendly. If you want to join the Discord, it's !Discord in chat. I try to make my community a place where everybody feels welcome and happy and not like, you know, not alone. I want everybody to have some friends, you know? So yeah, stick around if you want. I'm at Twitter, SyncOtter, and in my Discord or Twitch, you can just hit the follow button. So yeah, that's going to be it for me today. The Clam Club that you guys see here, the Starry Night mode, you can search for it on VR chat. You will have to enable Labs Worlds to get to this one, but if you can't find the link to this world, go to my Twitter at SyncOtter. There's a link to the world on my newest tweet. I'll pin it today after I get back from hockey so you can check it out. We need a lot of people to come see this world so we can get this world out of Labs, okay? So I have to get you to share it with your friends, come to the world, have your community hangouts here, come hang out. It'll be a great time, okay, guys? Yeah, smash that like button. Oh, God, I just got right camera. Smash the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that follow button. All that crap about freaking Instagram models or whatever that just want attention. That's not me. Anyway, let's find somebody to raid. I'm going to go take a look here. Hang on. Yeah. Who is streaming that I would like to raid? Let's check this out. Yeah, you know, let's go there. I've never raided them before. I think that'll be good. What's the raid message? I don't usually do much more than the bean raid later because my brain is too small to come up with all these ideas. But yeah, the bean raid is fine. If somebody wants to post the bean raid message, we'll just do that for now. It's a gender ambiguity raid. Anyway, yeah, there's the bean raid message. That's our usual raid message. If you don't have my pause, use somebody else's pause for the raid message. I really appreciate that. Like I said, hit the follow button if you like the vibes, you want to stick around, have some more fun with us. Like I said, I'm a variety streamer, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We'll play a lot of puzzle games, a lot of chill games. It's usually a really chill vibe here. I'm not a very hyperactive streamer, so if you like that, stick around. Thawkade, welcome to the Clam Club. Thanks for coming on by. I'm not going to shout any more followers, but please do follow. I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much. Come join my world.